Expansion.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, bienvenidos to my beautiful friend, the incredibly talented Albert Vargas, aka Albert Vargas.
Yeah.
Art Photography.
Yeah, that's it. Albert.
And welcome to the Photography Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenido. Muchas gracias, mi hermano. Sorry,
Thank you,
I forget
Rafa,
sometimes.
for having me.
Oh man, my pleasure. My pleasure. No need.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the Photography Podcast. So today we're going to be talking about, speaking about and also getting knowledge from an absolute professional in photography, which is my beautiful friend Albert. We're going to be talking about how to take the best photo, colors, how to treat the photos, the history of photos, the inspiration behind photos, the best cameras. I don't know what else we can do with photography. Everything.
Yeah, there are many things we can, touch.
Yes, man. So I want people
yeah.
to listen to this podcast and essentially walk away with some nuggets of gold in the photography world.
Definitely. It's going to be a challenging podcast because, it's something that we used to see, but now it's going to be
That's right.
the radio.
Put it into words.
Exactly. Yeah.
And actually, I might as well mention that my friend Albert, he's from Colombia. English is not his first language.
No, it's not.
Right?
Yes.
He has been in Australia for a few years, but I challenged him. I said to him, look, brother, this is all about becoming the best version of ourselves.
Uh-huh.
I go, we can do it in Spanish, obviously. That's going to be a lot easier.
Yeah,
I go,
totally.
but our people are over here now. Life is over here now.
Yes.
Your professional
It's our
career as a photographer is over here now.
Yeah.
So let's get the message out to the local people here.
We call this home. Because,
Yes. Esta la casa.
Yeah,
Esta la casa.
Casita,
And a little bit of background. So Albert has been working with me for many years.
Yeah, I think in a little bit longer than 3 years. Yeah,
Sure.
So far, yeah.
Nightclub photography, event photography. We've also done a lot of my artist work as well.
Yes.
You've taken photos of lots of my staff.
For advertisement as well. In the same,
Yeah, sure, the flyers and everything.
flyers,
So a lot of the beautiful girls that work for me and for us.
the
and
dancers.
The dancers. Shout out to La Femme.
Performance.
Yeah, that's right.
When the podcast was the mariachi, so
That's right.
get there in
Very
front
true.
of the lens for
Yes, my
them,
friend. Yes,
Just
man.
extract the best of them.
Yeah, so thank you for all your years working with the company
No, the contrary.
and putting up with
Been a
Paulie
pleasure.
and all that. The first clap of the night. Yeah. You're being a bit generous with those nowadays, Paulie. I've noticed. Not that Albert doesn't deserve.
So I have to deserve it,
No, not that Albert doesn't
Get it.
deserve it, but that was a bit early.
I'm
but
here to help assist in any manner you guys need.
Thank you, Paulie. You're the man. God bless you.
You are the man. You are.
As you guys can see, the studio is decorated with
Stuff is
everything
here,
photography.
yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
This is something that we kind of began. We began this with our beautiful friend Sydney Borg, no, Paulie, when he brought in all the Knights of Malta stuff.
Correct, yeah. Sydney had
Yeah.
the first.
Yeah, that's
goods
it.
to-
Shout out to Sydney, man. We love you. And so we decorated the table, and then I thought, you know what, whenever we have people that have like visual things that
It
they
really
can bring
talks
on.
about what you do. Really.
Yes, my
I really
friend.
do.
I think so, man.
It's
Yeah,
really-
yeah. And it just kind of gives it that point of difference. We had the Shisha podcast as well last week.
Yeah, I
and
saw it,
we had the
yeah.
Shishas in and everything. Michael, shout out to Michael. And here we got a few of the pieces that Albert works with, the cameras, which of course is super important.
Yeah.
There is no great photos without a great camera.
Yes and no, but this is the tools that you needed.
Exactly.
Anyhow, just-
And we're going to get into that a little bit later.
yeah, we will definitely touch it. Yeah,
The first thing I want to talk about today
please.
is
Here for you.
the history of photography.
Oh,
The history of photography. Please enlighten us a little bit about that, man, because I know you're a photography aficionado.
Yeah.
Por favor, Albert. And salud, man. We're drinking Chivas today,
look
man.
at that.
Gracias,
Yes,
mi hermano.
that's.
12 years old.
Thank you.
Gracias a ti, mi hermano.
Guys, let's see how the Colombians drink. Because the Mexicans are topping it off at the moment. But the Colombians,
Yeah.
Main drink in Colombia is aguardiente, so it's hot water.
Actually, since we're talking about the history of photography, when I went to Colombia, everyone drinks Old Par. Whiskey. There's a segue.
No. No, it's the true story. Yeah. I don't know why it's so popular over there. The
crazy.
Chivas is there.
Yeah,
There's
Chivas,
another one
whiskey,
is
whiskey.
Buchanan's.
Yeah, Buchanan's.
As well,
Buchanan's, yeah,
popular, but all,
Yeah.
the one you mentioned, the
Old
Old
Par,
Park,
man. It's like the national fucking drink, man. It's
Something
crazy.
Like, it's crazy.
Especially in
it's crazy.
Medellin.
Yeah, huh?
Everyone thinks
Medellin-
guaro.
Yeah, for
which
water in
is a
general.
big
Yeah.
thing, aguardiente,
Aguardiente,
antioqueño,
yeah.
con azúcar, sin azúcar.
Yeah.
You know?
Water in general is shots alcohol.
That's
But
right.
specifically, if you want to be specifically, yeah,
Chilling.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Whiskey, old pub.
aguardiente.
Aguardiente, yeah,
Aguardiente,
which is
hot
fire
water.
water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fire water, something like that.
All
Yeah.
right, let's press rewind.
Oh yeah,
The history.
Rafa, that's a great question.
All right, so tell us, please, about the history of photography.
Well,
Where it comes
from
yeah,
my
stuff
point
like
of
that.
view, I deserve a clap.
No,
He
sorry, you
deserves-
don't. No. There's no claps on the man here, brother.
No,
You
that's
get
for you,
one
that's
if
for
you
you.
earn it. If you earn it,
Yeah.
you motherfucker.
You're screwed. You're screwed now.
All right,
Okay,
please, man, enlighten us with a little bit of this
well-
history, the history of photography.
Yeah, the world history is so enormous, really is.
Sure.
So I only just
The evolution.
Yeah, more like the evolution of photography. The first part with we talking about photography is the technical part, right? It's the cameras is what the history has been more close to it.
Sure. of
Let's
course.
put it in this way. First, we're talking about painters, right?
Sure.
17 at the end of the 18th century, right?
Sure.
And the first time when the humanity, you say, roughly touched, put it in a way, where the photography was around 1820s, 29.
Sure.
Back in the time, because I'm talking about technical aspects, the
Sure.
history, it was like a plate things that put it on the solar light.
Sure.
And it have to be for several days just to get an impression. So, say, I don't say a week maybe,
Wow.
just to get an impression, right?
Sure.
So it's just it's a big thing. It wasn't really popular. It was more a thing that curiosity, right?
Sure.
In 10 years after, it was formally presented to the society in Paris.
Sure.
Moving forward, because it's too long, and I don't want to be specific with the numbers. And
So
Yeah.
early 1800s.
Yeah.
The first sort of cameras.
No cameras, more get the impression
Sure.
with the chemicals,
Sure.
elements you put on in certain way,
Sure.
and that absorbs the
Sure.
light, the sunlight, and put an impression in a surface, right? Basically,
Sure.
that's what it is. Only until I will say 1889, there was this
Okay.
American guy. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. It's George Eastman or something like that.
Okay, sure.
But you may have heard about Kodak.
Of course.
Yeah,
Haven't we all?
It was the fundator for Kodak company.
Sure.
So it's not popular. In my profession, it's a little bit popular, but no, it's a
For the
post
outside
popular, you
world.
know.
Yeah.
It was this guy who's he was very passionate about photography. How became that more popular? Because it
Sure.
was just a selected group of people to have it.
Sure.
And he was in the kitchen or in his mom's kitchen doing all chemical stuff until he found something. He found something, and he
Sure.
said, "Okay, how can I put it in the market now? Because it's
Sure.
there."
Mm.
So the slogan, which is what I was trying to mention before, it was, "You press the button, I will do the rest, or we will do the rest."
Sure.
So that was the slogan that launched him and Kodak company.
Sure.
So the funny, or no, not funny, but particular thing in the time was the price, $25 for the camera. So in that way, people finally got a camera in their hands.
Sure.
Bulky, whatever.
What decade are we talking about?
There was 1889.
Oh wow! So it is in the 1889. They already had a slogan, and they were already putting cameras in people's hands.
Yes, in people's hands. $25, which is now
Would be
today is. Yeah, no, I Google it actually. Yeah, I will prepare.
My man.
$700, around $700.
$700 in today's money.
Yeah, but the problem was the film and the post process to
Sure.
get that photo, because
Is that a picture of the man, Paulie?
Yeah, that's
that's
That's him
Okay,
there.
that's Kodak.
George.
yeah.
At the end, it's man color plate. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That camera cost around $25, and they put it in the hands people. The people
Yeah.
were the more, but it still was part of the society, only part of the society to have the reach to get it there. And we were having a little bit of conversation before the
Sure.
podcast, and I mentioned it to you that it took like about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to be still to have a portrait of a person. Right?
Okay, so when you had your photo taken, you had to sit still
Yeah.
for several minutes
Yeah.
whilst the image was being captured by the machine.
Yeah, for the film, and they get the
the exposure.
impression and the
Yeah.
exposure.
Sure.
So you couldn't actually move, because if you do, the photo becomes blur. Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
that's the reason why people appear so serious in the photos at the beginning. You know, like a statue. They're like,
Yeah, you'll never see a photo from the early 19th century or 18th century, 20th century.
Yeah.
Sorry, 20th,
It-
19th century,
yeah.
smiling,
no, 'cause
always serious.
couldn't you imagine it's a whole your smile for like 10 minutes? And if you
Aha.
move a little bit, sorry, we have to do it again. It will be 20 minutes.
That's right.
30 minutes.
Start
and then,
again,
You know.
yeah,
If it gets really complex, if you had more than one person, you know, there.
And it was particularly wealthy people, correct? Connected
Yeah,
people, high
yeah.
society people.
Yeah, definitely it was. There was.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a privilege for few people.
Of course.
Yeah, that's a part of the technical aspect. The big step after that, if you want me to, continue.
Skip through, yeah.
Yeah, it was until, let's say, 1991, basically,
Yeah.
when the same company Kodak make a union with the Nikon company.
Yep.
Like,
Nikon.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah, Japanese. Yeah,
partnership.
Yeah,
that's it. And they became so this film or this chemical they were using for photography. They became as a pulse, electronic pulse. They was actually converted in digital signal, and
Sure.
they could be storage in a memory.
Uh-huh.
That's a change. Like
So that's the digital revolution as far as images
That's
and
it.
photography.
yeah,
So in 1991, we begin with digital photography.
very nice. Yeah.
Okay,
This
Uh,
same company, Kodak. Mhm.
sure. But if we go all the way back before photos, we have portraits, paintings,
Yes,
which
painters.
also
painters.
were only exclusive, mainly to high society.
You name it, because I was
Sure.
like, UK, of course, now it's in England, UK, of the big society, kingdoms, lords,
Sure.
knights,
Yeah,
people that we just, have the money
that's
to,
right.
to pay.
Commission,
the
a painting.
commission,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it's so expensive. It was
Sure.
just that's why we don't have photos of
Mm.
many people around. It just
That's right. Normal, everyday
scenes.
people. Very rare.
Yeah, exactly. We have scenes,
Yeah.
particularly build, or we have portrait of the kings,
Yeah,
queens,
Yeah, and
family,
then spiritual stuff,
royal,
gods, angels. Yeah.
Because religion was a massive,
Yeah.
massive influence in
Sure.
photography, in painters.
In
of course.
painting.
Yeah, painting.
And I also recall that for all the high society people, you'll have a painting and you'll have a name, like king, queen, prince, this, that, whatever. But then when you have an everyday person, it'll just be woman in the mirror. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like
you're totally
they're the
right,
only
yes.
examples that I know,
Yes,
and I'm far from an expert.
There, someone there, but
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no
yeah.
particular person there. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
totally right.
So centuries and centuries of art, of painting, let's say, because photography is also art. But
Yeah.
and then late in the 1800s, we hit photography.
Yeah,
and then it just sort of evolved.
Just the
from there.
technical aspect, it was really important was what this guy,
Sure.
and then the digital comes, and the rest probably we know the rest.
Sure,
After
yeah.
that was we were talking about internet in 2000,
Sure.
Facebook. Can I say that?
Social
Yeah.
media,
Social media.
MySpace,
Yeah, 2008.
emails.
Yeah, and that's where it can really popular. So they took the technology, the cameras, and digital, and put it on the mobile phone. So people
That's right.
after that just they said, that's just
And
pretty
also, there's a big step. Sometime, I don't know where, mid 20th century, I assume, when we going to remember the 12 shot rolls, 24 and 36
yes, that's
shot
funny.
rolls.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
even though
Yeah.
they weren't ready, available, and instant like digital cameras, everyone.
still have
I
film.
Had,
Yeah, film.
I remember going out on the weekend with the boys when I was running amok, and I'll go past the convenience store, grab 2 or 3 of those disposable Kodak cameras, and just the whole weekend.
to have fun. Yeah.
But
It was, that was actually Polaroid as well. Remember the Polaroid,
of
thing?
course,
You just kind
Polaroid,
of just
they
wait
used
for a little.
Yeah, they were probably the closest thing to
What is
what
this?
we have today. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You were saying that we just used to
no,
have that.
So but that's already readily available to the masses. Let's
Yeah,
say.
to the masses.
But
No, it
but
was-
the when
At
we
the
went
end of the-
digital, that's when we went
Yeah,
crazy.
at the end of the century, when becomes the digital was actually the price drops like
Of course.
enormously.
Of course.
So you could access, to
Yeah.
camera and
Sure.
but you say that's funny because you have only 12, 24, 36 opportunities to have a click,
Sure.
a good click.
And you don't even know exactly what it looked like. I mean, I'm
You
sure
have to wait
photographers
until-
back then had an eye and they'll go, yeah, no, that one looked good. Don't worry, we don't need another one. But
That's it.
you really don't know until it came
couldn't,
out.
You
So,
couldn't until you you have to, and you have to more than 1, 2, 3 films, or you just have to go to the lab,
develop them. Yes.
develop them,
Correct.
and wait for I don't
Yeah.
know a week, whatever the time was,
Sure.
and then you realize the first 5 photos were like absolutely black.
Overexposed, or you left the lid
or
on,
the
or
contrary,
yeah.
you didn't open the lid, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
true,
it just
true,
just
true.
screw, right?
And then we come to today and tell us perhaps first about the cameras. So if I want to sort of get into as a hobby at that sort of professional level, camera, what would I be looking at? What's the price? Which one would you recommend and why?
Yeah, but it's a fantastic question. Look, if you are not taking photography to the next level, I will highly recommend. I don't know. I probably gonna say something that
It's
many
your
people.
opinion. No,
it's a
it's your
personal
opinion.
view.
Your opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with, but I will highly recommend you to get a nice and the last technology phone, mobile phone that you can.
Uh-huh. A friend of mine told me exactly the same thing.
It is what it is. If you're not gonna get serious, look, this
Machine.
equipment machines cost so much money, and just to use it, you need a course. It's
That's
not
right.
easy to just on one
Pick
click
it up and go,
and do it. And it's what this generation is up to. They want to just see the photo right away. They want
Sure.
to even go to your house and put it on your laptop, computer, whatever you are using for purpose processing. Could take 1, 2, 3 days. They don't want to wait. Just that's the level. Go for a mobile phone. The last technology, save a little bit more and get
Sure.
it.
True.
This is very good in the low light conditions.
They're getting better, yes,
Very
very,
better.
yeah.
The stabilization they are putting on is fantastic. Sometimes it's better than these cameras.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a little bit higher, depends how much serious you're gonna be on photography. Normally, what you say to a person, I have had that question so many times, is get an entry-level camera, something that you explore, and you realize, no, that's too much, I don't really like, or, but just, move on, or just leave
Sure.
it there. So,
But
yeah.
there are many people who may not be professional, as in earning a living from, but they want to take it on as a serious hobby. For example, I know a lot of people, or I've heard of a lot of people that like taking photos of birds,
Yeah.
or that kind of thing.
A
And obviously,
passion or hobby.
yeah, a hobby. So a serious level hobby. What camera? I mean, something that you can pick up and use perhaps without the most sort of complex training. What would you recommend for an entry level? Are these called SLRs? No, or is that just Canon?
DSLR cameras, more popular as a reflex cameras, really.
Sure.
Yeah, because there are popularly, talking about popularly, there are two kind of systems.
Sure.
The camera you have on your
On my left.
left
Yeah, we'll work it out.
is a camera we use a mirror.
This one.
Inside. Yeah.
Sure.
That mirror, wherever it works, is what they use. That
Sure.
camera. This camera that I have on my left is a camera without mirror. The difference is that basically what in the middle of the technology, I think what you see on the screen on LCD is what you're gonna click, is what you're gonna get. It's similar to the phones, right?
Okay.
While that camera is totally different. So you have to do some kind of settings.
Sure.
Imagine how the photo is gonna be, click it, and then have a look. That's why you see
then
so
work
many
off it.
photographies, which is one of the things I highly recommend. Don't do it. Click it and look the camera. Click it and look the back of the camera. Click it. So you're not connected with the people,
Sure.
the person, because you are so much worried about the technology. That camera is a mirror, camera with mirror, and
So
this
what's
is a
the
mirrorless.
name of this system?
let me think. That's called reflex, basically.
Reflex camera because of the mirror. With mirror,
With
sure.
mirror.
And these ones?
Yes, it's got a mirrorless camera, more
Mirrorless.
popular.
Okay, cool, sure.
There's several. You Google it, Polly. You Google it. You have so many like brands.
Oh, I'm sure.
2, 3,
I'm
4
sure.
brands.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So
I will say,
Nikon,
if you ask me
Canon,
that, I would
Sony,
say go
yeah.
for one of these brands with a mirrorless because are more friendly. It's
Sure.
simply more friendly. So that's probably my advice, rather than that one, which is you have to work it out the things, and then happens in somehow what happened at the beginning, the conversation. You click and you don't know what you get, and then you see the photo and you lose the moment because it's absolutely black, or the contrary, it's absolutely white because too much light on it.
Sure.
So in this one, you put the camera on and you see exactly what it is, like a video camera, something
right,
like that,
yeah.
and then you click it and
Like
you
the
get
best
it.
of both worlds.
Yeah, it's exactly what they have.
So why would this camera continue to exist, being so kind of opposite to that as far as usability and being user friendly?
Nikon especially Nikon has a big and long history, like I mentioned it, in 1991. They have so much market on the pocket, let's put it on that way. So many people have invested so much money on that cameras. They believe in Nikon. They believe
Nikon, yeah. So
Nikon.
is there a technological or an advantage or something that the reflex does to the photo, to the quality of the photo, to the resolution, to the angle, to the color? Any advantage?
It's a big discussion, really.
Sure.
I'm the person who believes that the magic happens behind the camera, really.
Sure.
That's what I mentioned.
That's what you do with it.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned about history of the background of photography background is about technology. So many people really worry about the
Obsessed
technology.
about the technology.
You know,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, what is a camera?" So actually, we have this conversation with my wife, and she said, "I mentioned it. I told her everything." It's funny because sometimes when I do photography and I show the back of the camera to the person with the photography, and they say, "Oh my God, that's what a shot! What camera are you using?" So which is kind of compliment to me, not to the camera, because if it's the camera using the magic, so I would say like you take the camera and you take the photos, which is not. So backing with the question it's basically the same. It's Canon in the market, it's Nikon in the market, it's Minolta. Well, so many brands. And at the end of the day, it's like where you put the money at the beginning. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Because you get the camera, and then you have to buy more stuff, lenses, filters, many things. Not cheap. And then you build up your gear based on Nikon, and you spend $10,000 easily, and then I'm gonna use the other brand, which is in this case is Sony. You have to start from scratch again. And then you don't want to do that. That's what they steal in the market. Because if you ask me that, I will say, if I want to start in the photography again, I would just go for these guys, for the mirrorless.
Sure.
For more friendly.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the argument between like iPhone and Samsung. Which one's better? It just depends what you grew up on. And it also reminds me of the argument with DAWs, and my boy Eddie Mongji, who's in the building, music producer.
Shout out for him. Shout out for him.
Shout out, 2 meter shout out. Yo. He's helping Paul in production. So
the discussion was,
when it comes to digital audio workstations, which is where you record your music and sound, you've got Pro Tools, you've got Ableton Live, Logic, and all these really, and FL. And which one's better? Yeah. Well, you ask 4 people and you're going to get 4 different responses.
Yeah, I truly believe...
It just depends what you came up on.
Yeah, I truly believe in what the advertisement are doing on us is massive.
Yeah, no doubt.
And if you think Nikon, you get married, like your idea is Nikon is the best, no one is going to change that. No one. So you have photographers that know Canon, the colors of the skin color of the Canon are the best. I mean, you cannot... And then you get another camera, you see not much the difference, and you say like, okay, there's not such in really, really high levels, you go for different camera. Then you go from camera that really exceed this.
Sure.
This is the mark. We're talking about like people would really like to get into the industry of photography. This is like the popular stuff, but in the market are cameras that really expensive, and they exceed any expectations, especially for commercial.
So speaking of prices, I'm a person. I've got a 9-to-5 job, and I'm thinking, oh, cool, maybe photography is for me, and I've got my friend's wedding coming up, and whatever, right? So perhaps instead of running off to the shop and spending, top of the line money on a brand new camera, what would you recommend? Would you recommend like a second-hand quality camera?
Definitely.
And how much would that cost? Like, what's
really
the entry
depends.
level?
Really depends. You can get something for $400 really, as a camera.
Sure.
But then you need a lens. Then you have to put another 400. Depends. 700 on top of it. So you could be getting a camera with a lens that it will be $1,000 maybe, $800. It's in the market. I mean, you can find something from there until easily $50,000.
Yeah, because that's another thing I've heard over the years. The cameras themselves are all kind of the same, as in, there's one level, then there's another level, and then there's another level. Let's say, right? And Canon has one camera in that entry level. Sony has one, Nikon and Minolta, right? And then they have one in the second tier up, and then in the third tier up. But the big difference is in lenses. You can spend a lot of money on lenses, right?
And that's the reason why. Look, when Nikon started this industry, they used these manual lenses, very old lenses, but today still you can use a few of that lenses on the cameras, which is absolutely great.
Of course.
How many cameras we have had that already, they did what they need to do, and then they're gone? Many, but lenses still there.
Yeah.
And they capture the quality, and they put it through the sensor, and then you get the photography.
Yeah.
So if you want to focus on something, better focus on the lenses rather than the camera. Because this lens can fit another camera from Sony, which probably more pixels on it, so you get more resolution. And then just use the same lens.
Are all the lenses compatible with all brands?
About like specifically comparable, like.
Well, like for example, you said that lens works on that Sony.
Yes,
right?
just for Sony.
Just for Sony.
Just for Sony's, and especially for a full frame, because there are cameras which is the sensor inside is full frame, or they call the second one is crop sensor. So it's not the standard.
What I know from lenses is obviously telescopic. Not telescopic. Lenses that can give you distance, so zoom. And I recall my friend
telezoom, they call it.
Telezoom.
Popular.
I knew there was tele.
There was something right there.
That's my defense.
And
shout out to my friend Dan Galati from the Real Masai tours in Kenya, which we had the pleasure of going last year, and he's going to be on the podcast soon, by the way.
Oh wow!
He's a restaurateur, safari touring company owner, but he is a photographer as well. Now, my understanding is he's not a professional photographer, but he really takes it very seriously. You can go check out his Instagram, dan.galati. But in Africa, we encountered that a lot of people go there for photography. And that's where I caught a lot of these conversations about cameras and which one's better. And man's got the lens. But Dan
it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless.
Oh, look, man,
and there's nothing wrong.
To each their own.
But
But I guess it's just like sharing. I remember seeing videographers do the same thing, talking about their cameras and stuff. So Dan had this massive lenses. And later on, I learned because we were, a couple of 100 meters away from, say, a lion or a lioness. And then he'll show me the photo, and the photo was like there.
Right there.
Smack bang.
So,
so obviously, that I understand that lens, what it's used for. I also know fisheye lens, which is the one that. Mm-hmm. And then I know that some lenses give you lots of width, so it gives you size.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
What else can lenses do? What's the lenses world do for cameras?
Yeah, lenses are. What can I do for you? It's the eyes of the camera, obviously, and Depends.
It's like the glasses.
That's what you can perceive of your surroundings, right?
Sure.
And then you have this angle here that you can probably see, right? It's the wide,
right.
but and then you can narrow down
Sure.
until you get the maximum, yeah.
Sure.
And then that's what basically the lenses are doing.
Sure.
So let's see if I want to grab a photo from this wall here.
Sure. Like a human eye, which is
yeah.
almost 100 and 200 probably, because it's past the 180. The human eye.
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
isn't it?
This is probably less
Yeah.
than 180. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you wanna. So and it's too close to this because I need an angle, like a really open angle. So this is what they call the wide angle lenses.
Sure. Yeah.
Because it's but sometimes happen all the contrary, the totally opposite. Like they say in one of the performances, right? You're too far away, and I don't need all this information in my camera. The pixels that I am losing, right? All
That's
the
right.
information. I just need the performer, the artist right in front of me, and also he's far away. So I need a lens just good and specifically find that spot and give it to me, that information, put it in the sensor, and then get the photo done.
Sure.
Yeah, it's basically that. It's very simple, really is, but became complex because there are so many numbers, and let's say some lenses can zoom in,
Sure.
right? You just moving your hand, bang, like sorry, I'm gonna get this one. You move your hand. If I unlock this one, sorry, break it down already.
It's not mine, doesn't matter.
It's mine. So it does have this move in
Okay, we can see that,
the
yeah.
camera.
That's
Just
right.
again, and you can just zoom in. Basically,
Sure.
you find the animal in this case so
Yep.
close to you. You don't need to approach that. But this case on my left is a fixed lens.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't have zoom in, even though it seems like it, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
have a
seems
zoom
like
in.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
So
this
what
is
does
more
that
for
do?
the focus. Yeah,
Ah,
in this
okay,
case,
sure.
in this case.
Sure.
So basically, I am the zoom. So my legs are the zoom. So if I need
That's right.
something closer, just getting closer. So
Sure.
imagine you have an event when I need to, let's say a wedding, need
Sure.
to go far away, like and close
Yeah,
to
because you don't want to be
the
blocking
situation. I don't want to
that's
be in
right.
front of the
Blocking
I don't
the
know,
bride.
or,
Yeah.
the priest.
Sure.
So if I have a fixed lens, it's gonna be difficult for me to get the photo. But if I have zoom,
That's right.
depending what
You
I'm
can
looking
stand
for,
back.
I can step back and get a
Sure.
really nice detail, and it's
Mm.
very much so
And
fixed and-
explain, please, focus, because that's another one. Because potentially, you got to tell the camera who's going to be primer plano, who's going to be first,
Yeah.
who's going to be the object essentially
yeah,
of the
yeah,
camera.
yeah.
Because I can take a snapshot of what I'm looking at right now, but what do I want to make the object of the photo? Do I want it to be that painting on the wall with you a little bit blurry, or vice versa? That's essentially focus, right?
Yeah,
You can tell the camera to do that, to focus
You can
on
tell
one thing or the other.
through the lens
That's right.
to camera. It's something like called deep of field, but we were not gonna go technical in this podcast.
Sure.
It's more like for everyone.
Yeah,
But
layman's, please.
let's think about is a line, a parallel line, like perpendicular. Can
Yep.
I say paper?
Yep.
In front of me. So let's say, what is this? It's probably this album here. So the camera is gonna get focus between these two imaginary lines. They're
Sure.
gonna parallel. Right there. That is just the deep of field that I'm gonna
Sure.
get. That's all what I'm gonna get.
Yep.
So to get you in focus, I have to put those two lines imaginary in front of you and behind of you.
That's
That's
right.
what I
Yep.
need to do.
Yep.
That's all basically. But if you move backward or forward, I'm gonna lose that focus. So
I
I have
get
to
you.
refocus again.
That's
right?
right.
That's basically what it is. So with that part of technician part here, you have the quality, skill, opportunity to amplify that deep of field as much
Sure.
you can,
Sure.
and as much the technology provides you, right?
Sure.
But when you do that, your background is not gonna be as blurred as you want. Under few circumstances you can do it, but
Sure.
it's gonna be like try to get everything from here, to maybe to the wall
Sure.
in focus. That's
And-
the deep of field, right?
and-
That's what it is.
And you can obviously, I'm sure nowadays you go on YouTube and you can see some tutorials and stuff. No, that's what you
Too much information there. Too
Yeah.
much information. I see over there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure. I haven't gone there myself, but I mean,
Yeah.
I can imagine if you can look up other areas like how to whatever photography,
Yeah.
quite a popular thing. So if I was to say to you, Albert, I don't know shit about photography. I've got a good idea of what I want it to look like. I'm really good with my phone. I've got a pretty creative mind.
I have had many
And-
people in that situation.
And Paulie's wedding is in a couple of weeks.
Oh wow!
Congratulations to
Paulie.
Paulie. Yeah. What camera? What camera should I buy? And
For me, I prefer full frame because
Full
I
frame.
like full frame because I'm serious with photography.
Sure.
And this is all about money in somehow. Not all about it. What I want to say is, if you invest money in a crop sensor camera, which is 2 levels already, more or less explained. Crop sensor, full sensor. So all the lenses that I'm gonna get from the crop sensor not necessarily fit to the full sensor camera. You know?
Sure.
So if you wanna get in the photography and a little bit serious in the photography, you wanna say,
Full
maybe
sensor.
go for a full sensor. You
Sure.
can find something good bargains in the market
Okay,
for a full
sure.
sensor. There is one Nikon which I highly recommend. It's called the 750. It's a full sensor. It's really fast to focus. I mean, it's light. It's fantastic.
What's the retail price on that brand new?
That one could be around Australian dollar, maybe second hand,
No, brand new.
2.5 maybe.
Okay, 2.5.
2.5,
Okay.
not
And
too
then-
bad, not
And
too
then
bad.
used, you can,
And then you can buy
sure.
any lenses initially, and
Sure.
then build it up. So you can buy a lens, a telezoom lens that help you with a little bit of wide and a little bit of telephoto
Distance,
thing.
yeah.
That's something in the middle. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So make it become social because if you are in a room, imagine a room that you don't have much space, and then your lens doesn't allow you to
Zoom
get
back.
2 or 3 people, so you need to go back and back until the wall, and
That's
you cannot
right.
go any
past the
and
wall,
then
yeah.
so you need your lens to help a little bit of help from your lens. So tell to your lens, okay, mate, get a little wider here because I want to
Yeah.
get Poly, I want to get
Mm.
Rafa, and I want to get that's what I.
Well,
Oh,
you can get
yeah.
it. You can
Yeah.
get the
As
Zoom,
well.
or you can call Paulie
Sorry, Eddie.
because he's got a lot of ghost friends, and they walk through the wall and take the photo for you. Sorry, I saw an opening and I had to take it.
you seize the opportunity.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey,
But lenses are complex, but you put
Funny
it
you
in
should mention that, Rafa.
simple way is
One
are
second, Paul.
expensive, right?
the lenses.
Are expensive. So
Yeah, yeah,
if you want to go in the entry level, you can go the crop sensor, which is $400. We already mentioned it.
Sure.
If a little bit more serious, go directly for full sensor,
Full
second
sensor.
hand if you want.
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
But you recommend the Nikon 750.
My personal, if you give me a
Yeah.
pickup, I will go
Nikon
for
750.
Nikon D750. You can Google
Okay,
it. You
sure.
can put it on the screen. It's
Beautiful.
basically-
Not a
full
problem.
frame.
Well,
is
you know,
well.
people at home can
they
track
can.
it down if they
It's
want
easily.
to.
It's
Yeah,
easily.
yeah.
If you have a more, I don't know, I would say Sony for me is like the beautiful girl, there's this delicate girl
Sure.
that in the party, they just do not want to just talking down moving because it's the beautiful. It's like Sony, something like that. It's delicate, it's elegant, it's
Sure.
sophisticated, and it's very popular these days.
Yeah,
And
I've seen a lot
the
of Sonys
quality,
lately,
the quality works really well for video and for
that's the big one.
photography.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then so you can become
Videographer
as
Yeah,
well.
can do both, yeah.
It's really, and it's very light. It's so light.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
Imagine you have this camera here. You
This
can
is very
actually
light, yeah, true.
for 12 hours in a wedding, kill your
Yeah.
back, man. Honestly, I've been doing that, and
Yeah.
it just kill your back. It's so heavy. Put this.
That is very
Imagine
heavy,
that
yeah.
with this
Yeah.
lens. Just try it. Two
Yeah.
things, and imagine in one hand.
Yeah.
You can work it out. You can work it out.
Don't have to go to the
You
gym.
can. Yeah. So these people, the Japanese people, have been clever with these cameras.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Sony, man.
no expensive. And this one I got it from like $2,000. It's brand
Second
new.
hand. Oh, brand
new.
Okay, interesting.
It's just
yeah.
they are very clever because the lenses are expensive. But I say now more third-party companies has been involved with Sony. It's in like 3 years ago, 4 years ago was like a luxury to get a lenses from Sony. That was so much out
Sure.
of the budget. Now you can get decent lenses from the third-party company providers, a good quality, and you don't need to be like really absolutely sharp or spot on. they give you what you need, and that will be my second option. This one is, let me see, it's called Alpha 7 III. Yeah,
Alpha
for
7
poly.
III.
It's Alpha 7. Sony
Beautiful.
Alpha 7 III.
And what's the
Highly
dream
recommend
camera?
that one.
What's the dream camera?
For me,
Yes, sir.
well, I wouldn't pick up a specific camera. My dream is that get really fast focus, which is a combination from the lens and the camera
Okay.
during the low light condition.
Okay.
It's
So
what I'm basically looking for.
It seems like they're kind of all on the level playing field almost. All these type of cameras. There's no sort of big standout for you. Then they're all quite workable or similar.
No, these cameras provide me what I need. Really,
Sure.
no need more than that. But what I am doing, you know.
The rest is lenses and
lenses.
and obviously the photographer.
Also I highly recommend, which is of course most popularly, get a really high good quality SD cards memory.
Sure.
The best quality you can get it from the market. Doesn't matter you have to pay $200-300 for the car.
Yeah.
I will highly recommend it. That's probably the main part, because what happens if you have a really nice shot, maybe bride and groom getting the nice kiss, and if you get a
corrupted
car,
sure,
you basically lost, I don't know, whatever the wedding is. It cost for just one car, which is cost you like $200.
I understand.
So basically,
and you can use it a million times.
Yeah, exactly right. Back in the day, we just mentioned it before. You have to have a film and so much stuff, really expensive.
True.
But now you have 12 shots, and you have no more. I cannot click more. With this, you can just I don't like it, delete it. Fine, So that three things will be
you're seeing them go down live.
Yeah.
Another thing, then we move. So we've got the camera, we've got the lens,
and memory cards.
Memory cards,
very important.
Sure.
Right?
So the three things.
Don't let it pass.
We've got those. Now we're ready to take a photo. So we've got lighting, colors, and all the other elements. Explain to us through the eyes of a photographer what those elements are, because I know there's the color wheel and the opposing colors and how they work together, and obviously there's lighting. Another one, and just a general overview, please, for people at home. I also know, for example, I've worked with photographers when they say midday outdoor photos on a sunny day is very hard, because you've got direct light from top, which throws shade in a different direction, that obviously when the light is flat at, say, 5-6 o'clock in the afternoon or in the morning. Tell us a bit about that, and how to try and get the best quality photos with all the different elements.
That's quite a question, Rafa.
I know it is. So take your time.
Do we have time?
Yes, my brother. All the time in the world.
It's quite a question, because look, I will go. My first thought about that is the word that not many people like, and it's composition.
Sure.
Put it in the way as a chef comes to my mind.
Yeah.
What are the ingredients that you're gonna put in your?
That's a good analogy,
pain,
my friend. Yeah.
Before doing whatever you're gonna do. So because what happened, we have like this 3D kind of dimensional perception of that around us. These cameras only see in 2D.
Sure.
So whatever is behind, you can see behind me. It seems like it's crossing my head.
Yep.
Where normally people get the camera, and the people do after that, put battery, bang, and click it. They don't see much, just the person there, you click it, and then you realize, let's put it that you are in a park. And then there's like electric cars around the park, and then it go through your head, on the opposite. And you realize, it was there. So they don't pick up, there was something that you shouldn't be. Just with a little move of yourself, change your angle, or maybe telling to the people, you know what? Why you just stay on that? I'd stand up on this side.
Yeah.
And,
So be aware of the surroundings.
Basically, what you put
with the surroundings.
Working with the surroundings. It's all about composition, if you ask me. It's like the key word. Composition is all the elements that you put in your frame. It's only up to you what you put in your frame, which is not rush on it.
Sure.
It's no... it comes to my mind, and I do photography private classes to students or people who really like to, just get more info about it.
Sure. We'll
You
share
know,
those links and information and contacts later in the show.
No, it's a good thing.
No,
The
please.
thing is like, they just wanna get the camera, and
Sure.
the next couple of questions, and then the question with get on the table is, how much should I ask to the people, to just if I wanna do a shoot, and I say, why you don't learn first what you gonna do with the camera, because I don't think a medicine student in the first years of the uni I was gonna say, oh, come
much
here,
money
I'm
am I
gonna
gonna
do,
get? Yeah.
maybe like, oh, just I do the surgery for you, or
Yeah, good point, good
it's
point.
fine.
True, true.
But it's kind of the same. Why are you
Yeah.
gonna take this lightly? You're gonna take seriously. Take seriously.
Yeah.
You just don't go away. And how are you gonna put your happiness, your one day happiness, your wedding day, on hands of the person who they don't have enough knowledge, skills,
Sure.
experience, expertise? Why are you gonna put that on that hands? There's no reason, there's no money that can replace that 20 years after your wedding for your children or the children of your children.
I get you, yeah.
It's not really, we lost in value sometimes in what is really worth it and what is not worth it.
Yeah.
So if just going back to the question, composition, what do you put in your frame is what really matters.
Sure.
Sometimes because we are in the club in ambient,
in the nightclubs, yeah.
Yeah, nightclubs. You get the bomba photography. Bomba, what do you call? What do you call it?
The people that that bomb the shot.
Bomba,
Yeah.
And they think it's funny, right? If the shot is serious for me, I'm doing something important, or the moment is important, I just do something. But I don't need that person there.
Sure. Yeah. So be aware of that.
Yeah. So just be aware. People are doing faces behind the camera. I'm here, I'm behind the camera. I can't see you. So don't be silly. If you want to do it, and I accept it because it's part of the party, click
That's
it.
right.
Bang.
Sure.
That's it.
Sure.
But and then I aware what I am putting on my frame, and then I move on from there.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. So elements that they have. Element itself, they don't have light. They reflect light. They receive the light. They don't have light, as you can see probably in the.
Sure.
I don't know what this funny thing is doing. Light is there. So if we don't have light, imagine you are in absolutely darkness, and you, I don't know, put on a torch.
Sure.
Your eyes are gonna be directly to that light. This is what what the light is start to reflecting or hitting. That's the second thing you're gonna see, because this is what nature is.
Sure.
And you follow that light, and that's what you are moving on. So your composition is not just the elements.
Sure.
Surprise. It's not just, I have the person there. Nothing behind it. The background is clean. It's what I love it. I just, bend over a little bit, take the photo of the sky, whatever. But where the light is, or how that light is affecting your subject, that
So
would be the second thing.
The light kind of directs the viewer of the image
totally
to the object, to whatever it is that you're trying to
capture.
Expose.
So
the light, and then one thing I recall, particularly with nature shots, panoramic scenarios,
landscapes
and stuff. Even if you've got an object, a person, or whatever it is that you want to shoot, I was taught to line up the horizon, the line of the horizon, the line between the sky and the earth, to put that as close as possible to the middle of the photo, for that kind of balanced effect, to get that sort of real 50-50,
Albert, he's an Instagram photographer. He knows what he's talking about.
Look, what you mentioned, Rafa, is one of the myths of photography. In photography, as you may know, or if not, we share here. That's why we're here, sharing. There's something people that call rules, composition rules. There's a famous the rule of third and things like that. The horizon rules. There, I'm sorry for all these. People are
holy,
holy,
sacred cows,
real sacred. But it's not such a thing a rule in photography. The thing is, you need to know certain guidelines, and then you go for it. So if you want to get, like I said, people doing, things of behind the person, and you want that person there, go for it.
Great.
Because it's part of the party, and then you decided because you have the camera, so you press the button and you do the rest. Different to George. In the, I press the button and I do the rest. I do it. I took the photo according what I want. So in that case, particularly in that case, some people believe that you wanna get more importance to the sky, or maybe big, like a contrasty, cloudy thing.
Makes sense. Yep.
And then you got that line of horizon line.
Sure.
You wanna give more importance to the sky, right? So you put the line down.
Fair enough.
There.
Yep.
But if the other way around, maybe you have a nice mountains like
That's right.
You
More
wanna
earth than sky.
You got the line, I put it up.
Yeah, very
Not
true.
in post-production, which is the mistake, the biggest mistake. I fixed that on Photoshop. No, it's directly in the camera. What are you going to do? What you're going to put in your frame is what you're going to click. No, the other way around. I click it, and then I realize. No, that's what my biggest advice is. Not advice, but, opinion.
Advice, advice. Yeah.
Is you are who make the photo. That's why I don't believe much in cameras. It was what the question the person, what camera should I get? And I don't believe much in that. It's what you wanted. Even with iPhone has recently few photography, what is called?
Features?
Concurso.
Competition.
Competition, that's the word I'm looking for. That showing people that can take photo with iPhone.
Yeah, I've heard of it, yeah.
And it's fantastic for me.
Fantastic,
unbelievably.
No, I agree with that, man. I don't do photography, but I think I've got a little bit of an eye, just, I guess, because we work so much with images, and I've always realized that, no doubt, the better the camera, the more help you're going to get.
Camera helps. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Look, I think particularly speaking about phones, I think the camera phones in particular, there's a huge difference still between day and night. I mean, the iPhones for a long time.
Thanks God for that.
Yeah, during the day they take really nice photos, really warm,
crispy.
Yeah.
And for video are fantastic.
Yeah, for video,
Gosh.
Actually, I asked a photographer friend of mine whom you know, Adolfo, our friend in Spain. Shout out to
Adolfo, yeah.
Get naked, man, if you want. That's cool, bro.
It's getting warm.
Yeah, it's getting warm, man. Maybe it's the whiskey.
Maybe. That's right.
No, but I was thinking about it earlier in the conversation when you said get an iPhone. But I asked Adolfo. I said, "Look, man, we're thinking of doing some bits and pieces of just content and stuff with for us for social media and stuff like that." And I said, "What video camera should I get?" And he said, "Get the iPhone 11."
True story. True
Shout out to
story,
Adolfo,
Rafa.
man.
Rafa, it's true, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Guys, I just found one of those photos of like this crazy photo bomber guys.
Yeah.
This guy and his phone in front of the shot, like.
No, that's probably not working, but being in social media. That's what happened right
Is that what it is?
No, it's not what it is. Yeah,
I'm looking at the rough heads in the back there.
It's
Can
a
you put
journal.
the photo back up, man, please?
It's a journalist style
I'm
photo.
looking at all the poses at the back there. So A-Cuz trying to look deep, dark and mysterious. DK always puffing on something. Probably puffing his anxiety away. Alex doesn't know what's going on.
He probably is looking at me. What he's doing?
Yeah, that's right.
What is he doing?
He's probably, he's trying to kick us. And then, Benny just chilling. And Paulie, well, I don't know what he's doing, but no one knows.
Look at the haircut, guys. It's
very sharp.
Rafa stole my haircut.
Who's your barber? Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo stole your haircut too. Yeah. Who's your barber, Paulie?
It's Layla from East Gardens.
Shout out to Layla. Thank you for looking after Paulie all these years. It's part of his weekly routine, When is it, Paulie? Friday, Thursdays.
Thursdays, yeah. So I bet you're very blessed.
Yeah.
So he's missing out on his haircut to be with you.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Welcome to the club. Man. You are more than welcome.
That's funny, man. There's another interesting thing. We did a shoot some weeks ago, and we were talking about colors.
And the color that's another composition thing. Definitely.
And the opposing colors. And tell us the relationship between colors. A little bit of your schooling on that.
Please. Yeah, cool. Just going through these topics, just summarizing is You get the equipment that you need, that you believe is the equipment that you need, which is different
suitable
equipment
for
for
you.
whatever you do.
That's right.
We're not gonna go deeper in that, but it's so vast. I mean, so much to talk about it. So then you got the camera, right? You got the technical part, and then you got the concept, what you're gonna do, what you're gonna need.
Sure.
That's really important behind what you do. It's no like nature. You like nature. Well, okay, where are you gonna go? What time you're gonna go? How long you're gonna be there for? And you need this lens, 2 lenses. What are you need the water? You need to go to the toilet. What happens is you're gonna go to the toilet and the bird is gonna fly gonna away. That's exactly what happened here. So what is happening after that is light. People like this piece of advice for everyone. So you have the biggest light sources on the universe, at least the universe we know, which is the sun. And the sun is in front of your camera, and then you have a person between you and the sunlight. So it's they call backlight. Yeah? So that person is gonna be in absolutely darkness because the sun, a silhouette. Because the sun, you're right, the sun is gonna be too much powerful. Talking about light, that your sensors are not gonna read it. Yeah, and they're gonna say, "Oh, but it's what I take," and take the light. And the piece of advice is, just put the person in the way the sunlight start to hitting the person, and not totally from, because you're gonna be squinting and it's uncomfortable for the person, but you can probably got the kind of profile thing like it, and then click it on it, and that will be a much greater photo than a photo that's what happened in the nightclub. The people trying to get photos in the nightclub in not enough light. You need these cameras, whatever the technology need light. If you don't have the natural light, bring something but put some light on it. So you put this static light here, which is like all the time there for you for taking the camera. Oh, you can got a flash. Put some light there, and put in the light in the way the composition is important, right? Because we're gonna see a few photos later, and I can tell you the light describe what you wanna show. So first of all, I go to the light. And then there is this, we were having this conversation before with Rafa, the duality in the universe is there. So you have light and you have shadows.
Sure.
Darkness, right? So that involving that two elements are key. So you have light, you need to have shadows. If you don't have shadows, something is off. Yeah. Something is not right.
Yeah, it's going to look flat.
That's flat. And then you have another element in composition are really important. One of them is, this is just getting professionally, like really professional, is color. Sure. Color is absolutely key. Imagine, I don't know, green background, let's say, I don't know, forest, garden, absolutely green. Sure. And then you put a person in a red dress. That would be a big contrast. And then even if it's not too much light, your eye is going to be tempted to look that color, right? Sure. There is a big theory, colors. There's so much people that have been study colors. They describe colors it's kind of recently, right? Because we're really starting to kick in photography and apply for cameras as well. It was just black and white, no more. And then you have so much drama. You have to show something different because it's no colors that you attract your eye. So you have to work with contrast, which is another element of composition. So you have a really nice contrast, which is, I asked Polly, should I, be on white, should be on dark or black?
Sure.
So, probably white is better, which is, sorry, Polly.
What was his answer?
Because it's contrasta.
What was his answer?
It's contrast there. That's a tough. You lose a point there.
We've been training all week to get that.
Yeah,
we did well. Well done, Paulie.
It's contrast there. So that element helps the person to read the photography. Because you have colors, that you have a wheel of colors, basically like the four main colors that come in with what the sensor can read, and they interpret it from them. And green, blue, red, anything. Anyway, sorry. And
Tell us about those.
Well, that colors that you have that wheel, right? And then you have colors that are absolutely opposite in night, like how can a straight light.
Can you Google the color wheel, please? Paulie will might get it up on the screen if you find
It's
something
probably
decent.
easier, yeah. It's probably easier to. Then that colors, the opposite colors, get like a tension, a really nice tension
When they sit together.
When they sit together in the proper way.
And it's like it generates maximum contrast, perhaps.
Attention, also attention. It's all how you read poly.
Which one would you like, Albert?
One with names, maybe. With this one probably here. Can you read that?
Yeah, we'll expand on that one, my
Which
friend.
one?
That bottom one.
The
there.
bottom one.
That one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
it's probably easier.
And click again. See if we can expand on that one. No.
Expansion.
Go back, Paulie. Go back, and then just click. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's that's probably as big as you're gonna get it, brother.
Poly.
You can do it. Yeah, if you command plus sign. Let's see if I can catch him off guard. He's not a Mac guy.
What?
Yeah, that's a toucan. This is Charlie's friend.
So
maybe go back there, Paulie. No. Where you going, Paulie? Oh, he's lost his fucking mind. Yeah. Click on that one again, brother. I'm just going to have fun with him. Click on that one.
Yeah, we can have fun.
He's going to go all the way around.
He says maras. Yeah, sorry for the
not
war.
really,
Sorry
but
for the
anyway.
war.
Yeah.
He's very clever. Very clever.
Exactly. Doesn't know what he's doing.
Now what?
It's not expanding.
Maximus.
Brother, listen.
What the hell?
No. Look.
Look,
double click on that circle, please.
On the right.
On this one. Yes. Get rid of that. Yeah, get rid of that. Now go command plus sign. I'll teach him. Command plus. Command plus, Paulie. Yeah, again and again and again. Yeah, accept. Good on you, champ. And again.
Now you gotta buy this.
Command plus.
No worries, I can have aquí my.
And again. Thank you. Now scroll down a little bit. That's good enough. Sorry about that, bro.
No, on the contrary. I should have actually brought one of those. Probably easier.
No.
Yeah, in my defense, like...
Paulie's got to fucking learn. Come on, man. Stop. Everyone protects Paulie. Fuck. Anyway, go on, brother. Sorry about that, guys.
Shout out to Albert. Thanks, Albert.
All right,
Love
so...
Yeah, but I wanted the claps. I can hear.
No. Hold on, buddy.
You see, look, it's so simple. See how the big family is red. Green, red, blue, yellow. And that colors tell stories. People speak a lot. The theories about these colors and what the colors been interpreted.
Sure.
So let's put in started from the beginning, right? Because it's the question. Put it simple anyhow. Because it's Paulie, stop doing that.
Just stop touching anything.
Still sabotaging my podcast.
Oh man.
Rafa's podcast, sorry.
Yeah.
Expansion.
Yeah, scroll down and don't touch anything.
Expansion.
All right. Scroll down.
Expansion.
Scroll down. Don't touch anything, Paulie.
Paulie, you are getting trouble, Paulie.
Grab him so he doesn't touch anything, please. Fucking monkey.
It's not fair. He's just controlling over there behind the scene.
Yeah. Well, you got to give him something to do.
And look, interpretation of colors.
Sure.
It becomes like what can I say? Polemica. Is in English.
Yeah, it's controversial.
A controversial thing because many people believe, many people don't.
Sure.
That they don't.
It's open for interpretation.
Exactly. This is more as a commercial thing, really is. Yeah. So red is always.
But there is a science.
Yeah.
There is a science.
Behind. Yeah,
there is.
So this is it's been for a while. It's not recent.
Sure.
Thing, yeah.
Yep.
So we speak about red when we talk about passion. Violent when you wanna be romantic as well,
Sure.
Every single color have a meaning.
Red roses
For love, or maybe
the blood, heart. It's all red.
It's like life as well, because red is in our blood, in our veins. It's things like that. Yeah. Violet, in this case, because it's there. We're talking about violet is more with the royal,
Yeah, that's
you seen
it's got that royal
the
thing
royal
to it.
thing.
Yeah.
All this. what's
Yeah, the
called,
robes and everything.
robes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Became like a
And the crown as well.
Crown.
It's
You
purple
see,
and the
there's
crown.
some crowds that have the
Yeah,
color,
that
right?
purple,
Yeah.
yeah.
Blue. Well, you can have whatever decision you want.
Yeah.
When you say blue, people
The sea.
associate with the sea, water,
Yeah,
but
true.
also green as well. You have nature, right?
Mm.
So blue could be something the safe, the elegant as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
elegance. Yeah. I
But
think
the thing
elegance,
you
yeah.
is how you put it on it. Really,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really is what you put it on.
Mm.
Because you go for green, you can think is eco thing, ecology thing. You know.
Definitely.
But some people is hope. You know, it's life as well, like
Yeah,
blue.
they say green is. I understand that green is calming as well. I think green's calming from what I'm told.
So many people use in stones, a green stone for
Yeah.
relaxation.
Yeah, they smoke it as well.
Oh yeah, okay. And also for esmeraldas. What is that called?
Emeralds. Yeah, from Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia.
Big thing in Colombia. Emeralds,
Shout out to Colombia people.
Yeah, man, Colombiano. And let's not talk about football.
No.
6-1 to Ecuador yesterday, man. Embarrassing. Fuck, crazy. And yellow. Yellow's a crazy color.
This is related with imagination.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
people who has an idea, so who vibrances, you put it in yellow, and it's like ideas, it's energy as well, you know.
Yeah,
So
very energetic color.
Energetic
right?
color.
Yeah.
You see a lot of for publicity, like advertisement thing. You want to show that.
There's a science that there's actually a few things you can find on the internet. When you wanna things like trust is a certain color, and
Blue.
food is another
Blue
color.
for trusting, because when you go to the ocean, you see peace.
Yeah.
You see it's in back in our minds. It's in nature. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
subconscious. Yeah,
subconscious.
Yeah.
And then a touch of red in the
Yeah.
tie for our, presidential candidate.
Don't talk about ties. Don't talk about ties. Don't talk about ties.
That give a little of air of
What are you
elegance.
doing, you fucking monkey? Don't touch anything, brother. Go back.
You can't say that anymore.
Brother, go back.
Yeah, wait.
What's he doing, this bloke? Now he wants to pull up there. Here we go. He was just... Brother, you had it, man. It was all good.
You've been doing this. You can type like a color theory, Polly.
Yeah. Can
Polly.
you make that a little bit bigger for us, please, Paulie?
Polly,
Cool. Like,
can you
Come
type
on.
something like a theory, color theory or something like that?
Yeah.
So I want to show you something.
There's actually memes of that I've seen where, for example, red is for food. So
Okay,
that's why you have
that's
like
another part.
McDonald's, KFC,
another part, yeah.
Pizza Hut,
Yeah.
or Portos. I think they've all got red in there because red
The
is
first
like
one, the
a-
left, Polly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Basic color theory.
Yep, the one on the left.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, here we go. That way.
That's
That
a
one.
bit, that was a bit too complicated.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you got to take the fucking mouse off you, man. I swear. It's like a fucking... Reminds me of... No, please.
Go back,
can we
Polly.
upgrade computers, man? Seriously, like,
Polly.
like you're using
it reminds me...
you're
It
using
reminds me...
Apple.
Polly, leave it there. It's good enough.
It
Don't
reminds
worry.
me of what we were saying before about it's not the camera, it's about the photographer.
Oops.
Yeah,
No, Albert,
it's the
Albert.
same thing here.
Albert, get
Listen,
this, right?
it doesn't matter what computer
Whatever
you
you
got,
put
when a
on
fucking
in front
gorilla-
of it.
Yeah, that's right. When you got
If
a
you don't
fucking
learn
gorilla-
it, you won't get it. Polly, listen to me. Leave it there. That's
Eddie.
that's a good
What
one.
the fuck are you laughing at, brother? That's racist. Eddie's laughing at
Pick
me.
up a side. Eddie, pick up a side. You better pick
Why
up
are
a
you
side.
bullying Bolly for with your laugh?
Polly, I defend you. You
Actually, listen,
Thank
forget
you.
about the color chart. Look at Eddie's t-shirt. Let's Eddie just come and sit
Yeah,
on the table.
Actually, Eddie, come here and come here. Like we are an exercise. No, actually, you teach
Like,
her.
everyone's got
actually.
jokes today, eh?
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's right.
Okay,
Sorry, it's
look,
the fucking
look.
whiskey.
Hold on.
Leave
Never drink
it in
whiskey.
there. Leave it in there. It's fine. It's Polly. It's fine. Believe me.
Sure.
Trust me. Okay, but back to the question, because
Yes.
we have like a steps. It's so complicated and so complex that we won't bother, but we're gonna touch roughly everything. So the first thing is what the industry has been working as
Yeah.
an interpretation of the
like
color,
a science.
right?
Yeah.
So that's probably what we have talking about:
Yeah.
red, yellow, and so on and so forth.
Mm.
And then you did a really nice question about blue and red is in photography. Talking specifically, very popular in photography. I tell you why, because when you have let's imagine you in the morning when you go out, especially here, and out the building, and then you see this blue sky, no sun at all.
Sure.
Yeah, you feel your sensation in your body is cold. It's
Mhm.
blue, it's cold, and
It's
this what
cool, yeah.
became popularized. The sun is not there, so
Yeah.
it's became cold, and that's the reason. Some people say why hospitals are blue and white, because means
Sure.
like you don't want to be in the cold. Most of the time you want to be in part which is warm and cozy.
Sure.
So it's a flag saying to don't stay here much time, just you go back to,
Move on.
move on, because it's white, it's blue, and whatever you see in a store which is white and blue is something that you really like in the back of your mind. You want to get in there. You get there and you just want to move forward, because
Sure.
it's no much there. That's probably in photography what is really important. But then on the other hand, when you go the afternoon, maybe 4, 5 each, and then you see the sun going down to the
Red.
horizon,
Mm.
is yellow.
Yeah.
It's warm, it's cozy.
Very warm.
That's associated with fireplace,
Yeah, the fire.
with
yeah,
wood,
yeah.
with food. And then you see restaurant, a lot of yellow and red, as you mentioned with
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, another thing that comes to mind, man, so on the opposing ends of the wheel, you have blue and red, and actually blue and red is probably the most popular color combination in the world. Think of the flags. The flags, there is no more popular color combination than red and blue in all the flags of the world, in the political
yeah.
parties.
Yeah.
Democrats, Republicans,
Liberal,
Labour,
and-
Liberal,
yeah,
yeah.
huh?
I mean,
Yeah.
even in my own country, Frente Amplio is red, blue, and white.
Yeah, same in Colombia.
Los blancos,
Yeah. We got a
they're
war in
supposed to be
Colombia
white,
because,
but
yeah,
they're blue, and then los colorados, the red party is
Yeah,
red.
yeah.
And then if you Google flags of the world, Puerto Rico, Chile, United States, and on Australia, New
Yes,
Zealand,
yes.
on and on and
England,
on.
yeah.
Even the Colombian flag has
Yeah,
red
yeah,
and blue, and
that's
it's
it.
Ecuador. So many flags.
And it has the
of
same
world.
meaning, because the blood is the red. It means blood for the
Yeah.
people who's fighting for
That's right.
freedom and
Yeah.
liberty. And
That's right.
blue is the ocean.
The ocean.
Gold with the yellow
Uh-huh.
is there in the nature. I
Sure.
would say naturally the more popular colors are blue and green in
Sure.
nature, because it's there.
Indeed.
But artificially is blue and
red.
And red,
Yeah.
as you said, it's
Yeah.
very, very popular.
Yeah. Very much.
Because I
so.
have meaning,
Very much.
you
so.
know.
Yeah.
So in photography, we used to have photographies at the afternoon when you mentioned it,
Mhm.
because it's warm, because he inviting.
Mhm.
We got photographies specifically in the morning, but it can be very different ambient. Yeah. So one of the nightclubs ambient is very blue, and
Sure.
and I see with a purple, it makes a nice mix there. The
Very
people,
true.
people
Yeah, it's
get
got a cool thing to
cool
it. Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
People
yeah.
say, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah,
And it
that's
became
right.
it's blue. It's in back in your mind. It's
Yeah.
blue. You don't get there. It's warm when you put the light on, and if the light is yellow,
Yellowy, yeah.
you think, oh, it's time to go home.
Mm.
I don't want to go home. I want to keep partying.
Sure.
It's basically
Yeah.
the theory behind that.
Mm.
But I'm moving to the Polly. Can you back to Monkey? Can you?
He didn't want to say it, but he said it.
Did I say that?
Yeah, that's right. I saw his face.
Did I
His
say
monkey.
loud?
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
I'm screwed. I'm screwed.
Shit!
Oh, no, but yeah.
Okay.
No, the one.
Well done, Paulie. He got it up on the
We got the
screen.
guy. He was working on it,
Man, he was working on it. He was sweating his ass off.
Nah, but in my defense, like
Okay.
when we set up the studio, I asked for a PC.
Here we fucking
Okay?
go.
I said it will do everything that I need.
But what's wrong with Mac?
Nothing.
Listen,
I love Apple.
there is nothing
I
wrong
love-
with Mac.
I
Just
love
like there's
Apple
nothing
products.
wrong with Sony.
Nothing
Nikon, or
wrong
anything.
with
It's the
Apple,
fucking-
nothing wrong-
That's
no,
right. It's the
nothing.
gorilla behind it.
Gorilla behind it. Could you please back to the image that was just showing the
It's
color
gone.
theory?
It's gone. Let it go.
Yeah, just let it go.
Go
You
back to
asked-
that,
you've
please, because
asked
I
it
want to show you
You've
Sorry, I
asked
got
it
you the
to
American, the Colombian flag
Yeah,
instead.
well, no, yeah.
Back into the Colombian. Just type, Polly, type. That's it. Go.
The
go.
color theory. Yeah, just go back a couple of
do that
bit.
one. That's it. Keep going. Keep on one more. Leave it there. So in photography and art, in
Yeah.
painters and all these art
Visual arts.
Visual art, yeah. That's probably the things that we were mentioning the other day. See how you get on the totally on the right says complementary.
Yes.
That color are totally opposite, and then you put something with a yellow background.
Yep.
And then you put something blue in the middle.
Yep.
It is very popular in movies. You know,
Mm.
that you have all this scenario like blue, and then something yellow, and then
Yeah.
your eyes with few light there.
Sure.
Your eyes go directly to it. Very popular in
Sure.
in the
I
seven art
think
in movies.
Boca Juniors.
Yeah, have blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's complementary because so you can pick out any color of the
Opposite, yeah.
yeah. So you can go for a nice
Light
photo.
green and pink,
Yeah,
dark
Yeah.
green, dark red.
and
yeah,
that works
blue
really
and yellow,
good because
blue and orange.
whatever you're gonna put in the opposite is gonna be the majority of the color you put in one side, and then you put another in the other color,
Sure.
and it's gonna be you read the photography.
And this the cool thing about this applies to graphic design, it applies to fashion
Totally.
design, it applies
Yeah.
to anything visual. So
Visual.
this is beyond photography now.
Yes, beyond photography. This
Yeah.
is a very deep topic, and it's
Sure.
very important for
Yeah.
photography. That's what I mentioned. Is it's just a next level up. Is the high
Sure,
level. You know,
that's
when
right.
you want to be professional.
with
you-
composition.
Yeah, you don't want
yeah.
to speak just from the elements of your subject.
Mm.
You don't want to add the light. You want to add something more. So you go for this.
The color combinations,
and then
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
became totally outside of the normal standard. See?
Sure.
There's too many. You name it.
Yeah.
Let's say another popular is monochromatic. Monochromatic is kind of the same family colors. So you see. Can you type the movie? It's called Mars, Polly, if you don't mind. March, I think is the movie with the Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
The
I think it's
Martian.
The March.
The Martian.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Martian. Yeah.
You can't say that anymore.
The Martian.
It's just an example of monochromatic. It's as simple as that. It's monochromatic, and you're gonna see how these artists of the camera. I mean, I do love so much is cine. The same.
Yeah, you went straight for Wikipedia. If you put The Martian
just
images,
for
perhaps.
images.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
probably
Martian
good
images.
And see how they explain a movie. They explain an ambient, which is a dead ambient. You cannot find life
Yeah.
just because of the colors, because the colors are there.
Yeah.
And they go to the plantation. Pick up any photo, Polly,
Yeah.
and you're gonna. That's basically monochromatic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, brother.
No.
So monochromatic essentially.
You're using the same family color. If you go for green, okay, everything is
yeah,
kind
in
of
a green tone.
yeah, the tone is gonna be the lightness is gonna be strong
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
higher or lower. you
Yeah,
know?
I understand.
But
It's
the same
almost like
family.
a
It's almost black and
shades
white.
of- yeah,
thing,
it's like
you
a
know?
black and white, but with one color through it.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah. You pick
yeah.
up that color and you work around
Yeah.
that color. You can see.
You can just
tell.
leave it there, Paulie. That's fine.
Yeah, you can see. You see. But and then see how you go to this Polly. When he goes to the invernadero.
Yeah,
you see
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
it's
To the
called,
greenhouse, the hot
the
house.
greenhouse.
Yeah,
You see the green color, then you see
That's right.
life, and
Everything jumps out, yeah.
and then you start to feeling different. You know. You see?
I was actually in this place, man. This is Wadi Rum in Jordan. I was there last year where they shot this film. Incredible place. Incredible place. They actually shoot Star Wars movies,
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Wars, and they shot Aladdin there.
Aladdin, yeah, Aladdin.
There as well. And when they try to sort of create this dead landscape, as you were mentioning, void of life, they go there, and it's a spectacular place. And I've also got the Martian watch, which is coincidental, by Hamilton. I don't know why I said that, but it's there. Yeah, but that's cool. Beautiful place, man. What a place to take photos.
No, I can just imagine.
Yeah, incredible place. Man, shout out to the brother Amar who took us around Jordan, and Emiliano and Peter Mock, man, that joined the trip with us, man. That was fucking amazing.
Sorry, just was
Back to
thinking
you,
loud.
my brother.
No, sorry.
We're talking monochrome.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying
colours.
is like
Yeah.
you can go further with photography and then cine and art because you are expressing with light because the
Of
color
course.
are a limitation. Even though you are using it for look, there's another monochromatic that is pavilion. This is would pick up Polly. Oh wow, that's a good one. This is blue, and you can see.
It's got the
Of course, you
blue,
can see
yeah.
it's also cold. is
That's right.
dead.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
It's like modern artificial.
you don't want to be
yeah.
the It's more.
Yeah, robotic.
And that's
kinda
what the
something.
impression that they're telling you. That's what
through colors.
that's what the director
yeah,
and the producers are showing to the public. That is a dead place when everything is artificial, and you see the same family colors there. Basically, the only different color could be the skin color. That basically what
Paulie,
it is.
Are you still an effective team?
Are we an effective team, Paulie?
That is my favorite movie, just FYI. My favorite sci-fi movie of all time.
Man,
Oblivion. Sorry, guys. No one saw
man,
Oblivion,
respect, man. I love that movie too.
Yeah, no, look at this. It's unbelievable how they can make. Even it's a lot of post production, but it's a lot of behind the cameras. It's a lot of taken before the shoot. That's what my invitation is. It's not about the equipment. It's not about the gear. It's about what you concept of the photo is.
Yeah. There's so much more to it. Yeah.
So you wanna get your ambient is that's why probably we haven't had a discussion in the nightclub together, because you wanna show something. You know, and then you have to be focusing what you want to show, and then you go for it. What you want to show? People having fun, nice vibe. Then you have to look for that. I don't believe in that you get with the camera and then you start fishing photos. That's what I put in, the way I put it.
I understand.
Oh, and the right moment, with the right focus, with the right camera, with the right lens.
And all the compliments.
Yeah, I have so much respect for the journalist. Shout out for the journalist.
Would you? So we've got the composition now. We've kind of gone through all the basics and a little bit beyond.
Yeah. There's basically so many things that you have to keep in mind, but all comes to composition. What are you gonna do? What is your concept?
All of the elements.
Yeah, and then
how to capture
of course, because let's say you're gonna show you are filming in the Wild West.
Sure.
And you want to show how the ambient is. You know, you need an establishment, which is technical called establishment shot, which is gonna show that the person, you know, who is looking the image, where is happening the action in the Wild West. So you can on a wide angle. You need a wide angle. Exactly. You go for the technology there. I need a wide angle lens. I need this camera because it's going to be in the middle of the night. So I need a camera which just provide me all the pixels and what I need, pick up all the information. And then I start to thinking about technical aspect. Then, no before, you know. Then or maybe something different. I want to show something really personal, like Rafa showing you on a podcast. So I want to go there for a shot is really tight, you know, and in the it's called Miro or escape from my mind at the moment. Okay, but that's very personal. Just crop your head, and it's not close up. It's more of a filming thing, and it's middle. I think it's middle shot. If somebody there can make a comment, that would be great. Just cover like the head and a little bit over your shoulder. It sometimes crop the head, and it shows something. What is the feeling of that person? You know. Emotion. So some people say if you go for a close up, you are showing emotion. If you go for a wide angle so you just telling a story. We've
got some examples of photos and stuff to talk about, and also one thing that I think is interesting is inspiration, and I know that you've brought some photos in for that. So perhaps we can go to the photos
and speak a little bit more about it.
We can talk about those. We've got some albums that Albert has prepared for us. But before we do that, it's probably a good time to say thank you to our foundation sponsors. I want to send a big shout out to Open for Australia. Open for Australia and Pedro Munoz. Thank you, family, for supporting us. Q Corp Construction, our friends at Q Corp Construction. Foundation sponsors as well. Crash Claim, meeting new friends by accident. Thank you to the support also of Variant Collective, who are supporting our social media. And if anyone out there is looking to support the show and get a little bit of limelight through our networks, please get in contact with us, man. We'd love to hear from you. Right, so we're talking inspiration for Albert, our photographer in the photography podcast. And these are some fucking awesome photos, man. This is incredible.
But no
Please-
my photos, okay?
No,
that's
no, I know that.
inspiration,
No, that's
right?
why I said inspiration.
It's
Inspiration
Yeah, it's
to
what I- yeah.
Albert's, because I know you.
And now I can show you a little bit more what we were talking about.
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to say is I met you obviously as a nightclub photographer. Come in, and late at night, take your photos. See you tomorrow. Rah rah rah. Great. But then obviously over the years, you're actually a bit of an artist. You're quite, you've got an eye for this, and you're passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
And this is cool because by showing these images, and unfortunately people on Spotify and Apple Podcasts won't be able to see them, but on YouTube you will be. We'll try and do it justice by explaining what's going on the screen, and then we can get into and give examples of what you've been talking about.
That's it.
In the show.
Cool.
So please go ahead, tell us what you see on the screen, and just make comments. This is shown.
We have 3 people on this shot. Obviously, the artist of this is Kelly Snyder. Is it right there? So it's very important to mention him.
That's the photographer.
Yeah, that's a photographer.
Kelly Schneider.
Yeah, so Snyder. Sorry, my pronunciation about it. And in this shot, we got 3 people. 2 of them on my left on the screen.
You don't have to explain in such detail, man. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool bananas.
But no. I mean, obviously we can
Could
talk
you put
about
like a
the...
boop, 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 boop.
Man, this got...
Too late, Paul, too late.
Okay. I feel like
But-
I'm drinking and Paulie's getting drunk.
Yeah, definitely. But what happened here, look, what I want to tell you is not an element here that the shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It's
a
not
perfect
like,
photo.
Yeah,
It's a
it's not
perfect
a,
photo. Yeah.
it's not a somebody behind. It's no an I don't know, a pet or somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's just the people
Everything's there. Yeah,
in the
yeah.
spot. So it's your elements are there.
Yeah.
Now the second thing we mentioned was the light.
Sure.
And as you can see, the person who gets the most on this situation is
Sure.
the lady on my right, which
Sure.
has a nice dress.
Beautiful pink dress,
That's
long
it,
dress.
pink
yeah.
dress.
Yeah.
So probably what you're gonna see first in the first time is the lady right away,
Sure.
because the light is telling you, look what is
That's right.
there. Right?
Yep. Very
And
true.
then you wanna go through the photo. You get to the next second stop, which is the light at the left. Or how can I say that? The second spot, which is kind of
Yeah.
a little bit less
Sure.
light,
Yep.
which is the guy.
The old man.
re-
Yeah, that's right.
And then just
Old man
reading,
sitting down
you know?
on the bench. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go for the probably third spot, which is
Yeah.
a person having something on the hand.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a foot. I don't know. Can see
Yeah, it looks like an apple or something. Yeah.
an apple.
Mm.
And that's the way you read the photo
Yeah.
because of the
Beautiful
light.
photo, man.
Huh?
Indeed. Yeah.
And the colors are settled, and you see most of the color is that
The dress.
pink. That's it, very
Yeah.
much.
And again, if I
That's
may
all.
go in, the 2 things that draw your eyes in this photo to the object, the first object, which I think is the lady. First, the light,
Subject,
and
yeah.
then the subject. Sorry,
Yes,
not
that's
the object.
probably, yeah.
Subject is the light, and then the color as
Yeah,
well.
that's it.
So light and color. Yeah.
It's in back of your mind. It's no. The artist probably thought it about it
Mm.
before. That's probably what I don't know what the floor or the tiles, the color were,
Sure.
and I don't know what the colors of the
No.
wall. But he was, I don't know, enough or good enough to make the thing like hide them.
Yeah,
you know,
sure. Yeah, yeah.
just that they know
Yeah, that's right.
they
Yeah.
don't participate actively
Yeah, I understand.
in the
Yeah,
photo.
yeah, yeah.
You see are there,
Great
they're
photo.
sitting, but
Yeah, yeah.
you don't see exactly where.
I wonder how much time it took him to stage it and how many shots it took him to get to it. But it's definitely a quality photo. It almost looks like a painting.
Yes, definitely
Yeah,
is.
yeah, it's
Look,
amazing.
I will say this on his favor. We were probably talking about in detail on a little bit more, further.
Yeah.
But I believe I probably just touched it before that there is no such a thing like fetching photos. So you get there and you see a photo and I click it and oh my God. So that's what I say. A big shout out for all these sacrificing people who work in photography, in journalism photography,
Yeah.
because they have to be in the right moment with the right camera, even exposing their lives. That's
Yeah.
totally different story. But for commercial or for another topics, you need to do your job staging first, and it's probably 90% of the shot. That's what the
agree.
people don't understand. I cannot stress this enough.
Yeah.
You want to get a really nice shot, work before the shot, not when the shot starts. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm here. What should I do?
Yeah.
Too late. Because then you start to work it out with the things you have in your hands. If you're not well prepared, you're gonna be sure in what you want to express, or you're gonna be sure in what the person expect for the photo,
Yeah,
right? Even
very
the
true.
wedding, where they
Very true,
portray,
very
whatever
true.
it is, you know. So you have to work before.
Mm.
If you work
Setting
before,
it up, yeah.
you get a result like this. So how many hours? I don't know. His wife, she works with dresses. I think she's a person who you know, who does that.
Uh-huh.
And she's so talented. I mean, it's just, you know, I've been with them once in the USA, in Washington, for a workshop, and I saw the work. Of course, I was admiring his job,
Yeah.
as you can see, and I went there and I saw with my eyes. You know, it's so much preparation
Beautiful.
behind.
Beautiful.
They rent a mansion like in USA just to do the job. And you're gonna see, or we're gonna see a few
Next
photos.
photo, please, Paul.
Yeah, and I'm gonna show you. Look,
Amazing.
I think I can say no more.
The light takes you to a face.
It's right what
and a
he
shoulder,
He want
yeah.
us to show her eyes in this shot. It's what he wanna show us.
Definitely,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah.
You know, with the
Stunning
soul
photo.
of the
Yeah.
window. What's it called? In
The window to the soul.
To the soul.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And
beautiful.
and then you see the color. Look, it's red and
Yes.
white and yellow.
Yeah, red and yellow.
That's
Correct. Yep.
2 colors there.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
Working
that's
for you. So it
right.
probably
Yeah, McDonald's.
probably what I wouldn't leave so much in my opinion with the books on the right because yellow as well. So probably you got, but at the same time they give you information. You know what is going on. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, but for me the shot is just the lady with
Amazing
that
photo.
amazing.
Another one by
outfit.
Kelly Schneider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also looking at her shoulder, the right shoulder. There's a bit of light on there and texture and everything. Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Yes, and I just pick up. I did pick up 2 artists, photographed because I saw many over there. I mean, and so many.
Yeah, but
good
at least
artists, you know.
it's good for us.
But for me,
yeah.
this is more the way I like to be and the way I head into. You know.
Yeah, sure.
So that's
sure.
probably it's called this style is called fine art, which
Fine
is
art
based on the painters, the famous
Sure.
painters.
They
You know,
do look like paintings.
Caravaggio,
as I said before.
all these.
Very nice.
You know,
Next photo.
big
please, Paul.
artist in the 17th.
So this is the same
And
lady
18.
from the first.
Yes,
picture?
seems to be the same lady,
Yeah.
different spot. Sorry, the mic is on my way to
Okay.
see, but look, that's exactly the same thing. This is probably, if I would say this is monochromatic.
Almost.
click.
Yeah. Mm.
You see, it's just all about red
Yeah.
and pinky.
Red and pink,
Same
yeah.
family,
Yeah.
same family.
Even the yellow in the.
Yeah, it's so dark that you cannot even notice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Very
probably
nice.
no.
Amazing.
Yeah, this is so much work before the photo and after photo,
Sure.
the post processing.
Yeah.
And you know, you have hairdresser, you can makeups, you have the person in charge of the dress.
The
You
hair.
have it's not like I'm so beautiful and I'm here like man or girl or bride or groom that just take a photo of me. It's not such a thing. You have
Yeah.
to be really well prepared.
Location scouting as well, I'm sure, is a big thing. Getting all the lighting right, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff working with
Very
light.
beautiful. Very
You can use
beautiful.
a natural light from a window. We're gonna see a couple of clicks with natural light, but still, you depends of the the nature.
Sure.
What if it's clouded? What if
Of course. Yeah, you don't have that control.
you have that control, and
Yeah.
then you have to work it out with
With
you
it,
know?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
something.
yeah.
So you
Next
have to
photo,
be prepared.
please, Paulie.
Look, this fine art became very popular with a style which is called boudoir.
Boudoir. Mhm.
Photography, which is basically work more intimate room thing like with girls, but with style, with style. Of course, it's fine art applied to boudoir. So
Yeah.
boudoir itself is just a flow you can follow. But this
Yeah, boudoir is quite sexy, right? Boudoir
yeah,
is.
it's in underwear most of the
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
or
yeah.
not much.
Fair
But
enough,
you're
yeah.
gonna see a photo maybe after this one, which is that apply a little bit of the boudoir thing, and with the fine art. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's intimate, and the people use it for the bride use for his groom before the wedding,
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that.
Very nice, very
Yeah,
nice.
very nice. It
Next
became
photo,
really
please,
popular. This probably this
Again,
now we're
boudoir,
talking.
yeah.
That's kind of boudoir.
Yeah.
Same kind of style, fine
Sure.
art. You see sexiness, you
Yeah.
in background, you see light,
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you see probably it's monochromatic as well, because I
Yeah.
see not much just pink and that's it, the
Did
light
you-
is on her face.
Did you bring any morenas for me? Or just blondies?
I'll go the morena for you. One
Thank
morena.
you, man.
One morena.
Appreciate it. God bless you.
This is a
beautiful.
second artist. His name, it is American guy as well. His name is Chris Knight. Chris Knight.
Chris
Yeah,
Knight.
it's kind of the same fine art.
Sure.
Working with a lighting style which is very well known as Rembrandt. Which
Rembrandt.
Is,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
it's a memory of the
yeah.
painter.
Yeah, very
So,
true.
yeah.
Very true. Yeah, yeah.
And they used that light to describe, to paint the subject as a Rembrandt. It is very, very well known for this style of lighting.
Sure.
There's so many style of lighting, but
Yeah.
that particular one is called
Rembrandt
Rembrandt,
lighting.
which is on the
Very nice.
what is called the after the country of this Amsterdam. It says the
Holland.
kingdom of
Holland.
the
Yeah.
kingdom of Netherlands. I
Yeah,
think is the
Netherlands,
name.
yeah, Holland, Netherlands,
the
yeah,
Holland,
yeah, yeah.
This is
Okay,
the
cool.
full name of the country.
Very, very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice photo. This one.
Yeah.
Paulie, please. Aha.
Look.
Finally,
Huh?
a guy.
Big change, huh?
Yeah,
But the
big
style
change.
is there. You
Yeah,
can see
very much so.
the light goes directly with one eye. So you see probably on the left cheek, on the from our point of view, a small triangle which is
Yep.
on the left. That triangle, that the light which is hitting on his cheek,
Yep.
is what they is known as a the guy just mentioned. I forgot.
Rembrandt.
The Rembrandt, sorry, the Rembrandt
Light.
style,
Yeah.
lighting style.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you see a photos with that triangle on the cheek, you just that's Rembrandt style. Rembrandt. Yeah.
Yeah, this obviously takes you to the face, to the eyes, and then everything else is essentially just a silhouette.
Yeah, it's a
Very
complement.
dark and-
yeah,
yeah.
dark and it's
Very nice.
monochromatic as well. Even though it has yes a little bit of color, but it's
Yeah.
monochromatic because the way it's just one dark.
Yeah.
Maybe if you see in a better I don't know better resolution or something like that, you can see details on the code and the style like that because
Sure.
it's same color. Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Another cracker photo. This is same artist, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
Very
is
beautiful.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris,
Awesome. Thank you. Little bit not too much. Man. Ta.
da.
Gracias, Eddie. No te mueras nunca.
No te mueras nunca. Cheers.
Salud.
Thanks for having me again.
No, por favor.
Thank you,
papá.
Paulie, for your
Gracias.
work.
Gracias, Eddie.
And gracias, Eddie.
That's Paulie.
Thank you, Eddie.
Paulie starting shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie, my man.
Yeah.
Next photo, please, Paulie. They're trying to distract us. Oh.
Holy moly.
Damn.
I think the photo speaks for itself.
Yeah, we
right?
don't have to say much. Yeah. Very
If
nice.
whatever I say,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
But my Spotify listeners and
Yeah.
Apple, what are we seeing here?
there is a lady,
Beautiful woman, brown hair.
yeah,
wearing a coat,
in a
not
sexy,
much underneath.
standing but in a sexy position.
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah.
a little bit of underwear there.
I'm pretty sure she's saying, I don't want any tonight. But
What you reckon, Paulie?
in womanese, that means I definitely want some. Come and take me, daddy. But,
It's
she's
just
saying-
the subliminal, how say
Yeah,
it?
subliminal,
subliminal
yeah.
message,
Yeah,
between lines.
exactly.
Yes, it is what it is. Yeah,
Great photo, man.
yeah.
Another
That's
one.
it. That's it.
Great,
I
amazing.
think it says the last one. I don't know if I have another one, Paulie. I think it's the last one.
Very nice,
That's the
man.
last. Is that the last one?
As
Well, that's the inspiration. That's the
Very
inspiration.
nice,
Because
very nice.
before, without saying the other people.
Those are amazing
photographer,
photos,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Are people that really admire, which is the journalist, that people that can capture the moment, right in the moment.
Yeah,
that's
that's
another
another
stuff.
thing.
That's
altogether,
another
yeah,
totally
of course,
another
yeah. Well,
stuff.
it's photography,
It's called journalistic kind of style photography, which you just have to be prepared and click it on it. But it's just very few brave guys, what I put it in that way. You just work on that thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, fashion, you name it,
Yeah.
science. That the things you have to prepare, you have to go for and look the stuff you need, put it on the place, the concept,
and
and
the setting
and then
and
hit
everything,
it.
yeah.
The last thing you do must have to be the click. That's the last thing when the people think the other way around. I got my camera. When I should start? When they start to pay me? When they gonna pay me?
Yeah.
I got my camera. I'm a photographer right
Yeah,
now.
that's right. I've got a
And
camera.
there's
Yeah.
so much water
Yeah,
under
yeah.
that bridge, man. It's just
Yeah.
probably another key message this afternoon or with this
Yeah,
whatever
I get you.
the day
Yeah,
is
I get
for
you.
you.
No, I
when you
understand
listen
what you're
this,
trying to
yeah.
say, 100%.
Yeah.
We've got the inspiration.
Yeah.
Now let's look at your photos.
Okay.
Because you've got a few, and the cool thing is,
you put the expectations too high now.
no, not at all. No. All I wanted to say is we've got the inspiration. We've got some amazing photos, obviously very hard to match, a lot of work behind it. But then I think it's cool that we can show our viewers, share with our viewers some of the images that
Before
you've done over
I
the
think
years.
we start with another one. Sorry, over the years you say.
Well, we'll start with this one because it's in front of us. But don't worry, brother, because we're going to go all the way,
Well, yeah, this photo. So I interrupted.
Please, go ahead, my brother. Your show.
Did I? Or yes, already
No,
done.
it's all good, man. Not a problem.
Well, what I
How
wanted
about
to
that strike one on the production?
Go for it, man. Money.
what I wanted to say with this photo, and it was in the middle of the photos that I brought to you for a reason.
Sure.
Cause look, when I started see so many photos before.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you can put,
tell
you
me
can put it.
whichever one.
You can put it in the order that they just provide. I don't know. You can do that.
That's how they came out,
All right,
brother.
doesn't
So
matter.
you tell him what his thought, because the gorilla will keep going unless you
Yeah,
tell
I'm
him to
going.
stop,
I'm going
but-
to go. When
That's cool. This is family, man. This is very important. Most people get into photography for these moments, family moments. I get myself a camera. I've got a newborn baby. I've got a wedding coming up, as we were saying. I've got a puppy, whatever, and I want to shoot that moment. And this is a very good example. Of
That actually for me means a lot because for me was mark the before and the after.
Sure.
Before, because if you as a parent and you have a photo of your kid like that, how much money will you pay?
100%.
You know?
Yeah,
That's gold there. So if you wanna go for gold, look, this is a spot, and I invite anyone to be free to do so. Because next one, I don't know if the next one is a kid as well.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that.
Beautiful, yeah.
Imagine a picture your son
That's
in
right.
that photo.
Yeah, yeah.
You will pay a lot of money.
Yeah, that's
you know,
right. Definitely.
But
yeah,
it is when the line start for me. I started working with these people,
yeah,
start taking these photos,
yeah.
and then you see gold for the parents, coming
course.
from the parents.
Mm.
But I'm not working. I'm not good working with kids. As much I love them,
Yeah.
I'm not work because it's so much.
Yeah.
If you wanna, one of the things I have this is conversation with my wife. One of the things that kids they really don't want is a photo session, man.
Yeah, well, that's right.
You
They
tell
just
me,
wanna play,
you know?
eating shit.
You have to bubble. You have to bubble. You have to, go balloons. You have to make them smile. And then if you lucky have them for 5 minutes, you have to get the shot,
Their
and then you're
attention,
done.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. What there's a saying: never work with kids, never work with animals.
It's what the point is, Rafa. That you mentioned. That you have to push. Not push. Put it in a balance. That you say, what do you really want? What is your passion? What do you really like it? Or are you doing this for money?
Sure, that's right.
And I'm
It's
doing
a
this
balancing
because I
act,
love
yeah,
what I do,
yeah.
and I'm passionate about, and not because the money that can provide me. Sometimes I've done things for free, man.
Yeah.
I don't care because
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
But sometimes even if they pay me, I don't want it. I don't want to do so because it's what it's against my
There's photography covers so many genres and worlds and moments,
sports
and markets.
and,
So
markets
I think there's people that will naturally
advertisement.
gravitate towards. I mean, I'm sure perhaps some women that have a little bit more sort of that nurturing kind of personality. For kids, maybe.
Totally.
Guys can have
100%.
that too. Guys can have that too, no doubt. But
No
that's
doubt.
the first thing that came to mind. I was just thinking of my auntie Sylvia. She's so good with kids.
That's it. She can
Yeah,
do
they're the
she
people.
can do a peekaboo. She can do
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
They
that's right.
they laugh. They crack laughing.
Yeah, yeah.
But look, I was in front of the camera and in front of them, and they were like staring me.
Yeah.
Staring at me, and I was like.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Is something wrong with me? And then they don't. I'm not natural with that. So I decide that's not what I wanted. What I basically want in front of my camera is a person who want to be in front.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, the engagement. Yeah.
So a person who is really want to be there. That's all. Well, this is a mess, but I want to indicate anyhow. This is in our flight with my wife from here to Japan. All right, and this is through the airplane window, a small window that you have there.
Sure. Amazing photo.
It's a JPG photo, so I didn't touch it in a Photoshop. It just comes directly from the camera.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of contrast what I put on it. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's we having this conversation. What are the odds that the sunlight gets and heat and be covering from the
The wing. Yeah.
from the
So there's no
airplane
Photoshop
window?
on this.
No.
Wow.
It's not.
It's just that the window of the plane creates that effect.
Yeah, because
that green and-
some windows they have a filter,
A UV filter or
UV
something,
filter,
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that. The
yeah.
darkness, the window, while all the ones are like a physically like a curtain thing that you put it down.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
This
this
one.
is this with a iPhone type of phone, a smartphone, or with a camera?
It's a funny part. Big shout out for my wife.
Yes.
My wife, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because because she's a graphic designer. She's a professional in advertisement and marketing, and she went into the photography first. So when I met her, she was the person with the camera.
Ah.
She really was. I was like waiting for her to take a photo. I was like, oh my God, how long is it gonna take?
Sure.
You know, just waiting for her to take a photo. She took the time to take a photo. She said, what's taking so long? You know, and then because of her, I start to dream about it because it was only an idea.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when you came to Australia, everything is started with just with an idea, right?
Sure.
It's just first in your mind is an idea, and then you just have to, put some fertilizer and a little bit water, and that's what happens. When I took this photo, I said, I can do things.
Ah, so this is essentially you without knowing much about anything, just picked up the camera and bang. Beautiful. So that was like the confirmation. This is
That's
what
it.
you
Was
could, yeah.
The lie after the night.
Life speaking. Yeah.
That's
when,
all.
When
That's
life
what
speaks,
this
you
means.
need to listen. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So
what
this
this
is
means.
the one that
That was
taught
the
you
one.
and
Because
told
coming
you.
directly from the
Yeah.
camera like that, I said like I actually can make it. It's something that I physically can achieve.
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
it was an
yeah.
idea. I said, no. Look, I came to this country when I was almost 40 years old. It's too late for me. I said I'm not gonna start again. You know,
Sure.
start from scratch. I did that already when I started, getting to Australia. No English, nothing at all, and I don't want to start again with the photography. No, it's not me.
Yeah.
You know. But then we were on holidays, and she got the camera. I was just getting to the thing, and said, I have always the tend to be an artist. I studied music when I was younger. In when I saw this, and I said maybe, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Great photo. And the clouds too, amazing.
Yeah, there's two guys sitting there.
Yeah,
You can
two
see.
guys
Yeah.
watching,
He's
yeah,
watching
yeah,
the sun.
yeah.
The sun.
Yeah, but if you
sunset, the
take
sunset.
some mushrooms or some DMT,
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
find some more people in that photo
Yeah,
too.
really well fit. Yeah.
Next photo, please, Paulie.
Yeah, Polly. Monkey.
Uh-huh.
Well, she's
So
my
these
wife.
are all album originals, right? These are
Yeah.
all your photos.
Those are
yeah.
my photos and photos that mean something to
Yeah.
me more than artistic
Tell
thing.
us about this one. Black
It's,
and white.
well, this is my first officially modeling shoot, and she's my wife.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Now I can see her. I've never seen her. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, she's my
What's
wife.
her name? Sorry.
Leslie. Yeah.
Leslie.
Yeah, love
Leslie.
her. Yeah, love
Hello
you,
para
baby.
Leslie. Hello,
Shout out
Leslie.
for my wife. What happened in this and the next one? Actually, she was like smoking there, like she was in fume, like for coming from her eyes. She was so angry, so pissed.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I went back to Colombia to study a little bit of photography, just taking
Yeah.
serious. I went to a uni to just
Yeah.
do a diploma or things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And then they put this what's called homework, or not homework, but it's one of assessments more than that. Assessment to do a photos with a model. Yeah. So I have this thinking that the photography start once I press the button, and she was the one who told me the photography start way before that.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was really angry because what photo are you gonna take? What is about? What I gonna wear? What is my makeup? Should I get I don't know
And you
something
had no
in my
idea.
head? And I have
You had
absolutely no
idea.
idea. I say I got my camera.
Yeah.
I got my, my enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Let's make photos,
Yeah.
and then it's wrong, totally wrong. So she
Yeah.
was like smoking that. She was like, I don't want to be here, and but we took this photo,
She
and
still
I think
took a
the
nice
next
photo,
one,
man. Yeah, next photo.
the
Paulie?
next one, probably is one of the most, what's say, well, is it?
Take a guess, tell me.
Do it. I have to be my wife again.
Oh.
You got it.
That's a good shot, man.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Of course, no, yeah. More.
Ah,
Thank you.
beautiful, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Looks like the Illuminati one-eyed thing.
I know the eye pops out. That's mad.
Yeah.
Incredible, man. That's a
Yeah.
really nice photo, my friend.
She's my lover. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's the photo, and that's exactly the same day. That's
Sure.
part. So she was like that. The seriousness that she had there
Yeah.
is because she
She was
was
angry.
absolutely.
It worked. Beautiful. Yeah. Good,
Yeah,
good.
absolutely,
Well,
absolutely.
photography catches the mood in the moment, man. So,
Well, yeah, that means a lot, and it's what it is, you know.
Mm.
But at the time, back in the day, I wasn't thinking clearly what I wanted
Yeah.
about photography, right? That's why you're gonna see so many photos for different areas, because you have to explore first before you decide what you're
Oh,
gonna do
man,
in
No
photography.
one's born knowing everything, and no
That's-
one's born with experience, brother. And there's only one way to get there. And I'm sure everyone
Yeah.
looks at. Doesn't matter how great a person is. You listen to Eminem's first few songs, and you know it is what it is. It's raw. It's the same applies, I think, for everybody.
You have to explore, yeah. You have to
But
go and
having
scout.
said that, if this is your first
Yeah.
model type
Yeah, for my
studio
very,
photography,
very
it's
first,
fucking amazing, man. That's a great shot. I love it.
Yeah, actually cheer me up, you know.
Yeah,
Make
of
me,
course. Confirmation, man.
Yeah, confirmed. Immediately, you know, you're
Yeah.
gonna go for this one.
Mm.
It's not emotional because look, this so much discipline and so much effort to get a good photo and be a photographer.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. What I'm saying is, if you don't pay the price,
Mm.
you don't be in the position that you are today.
Yeah, I hear you.
Correct me if I am wrong, Rafa.
No, 100%, man.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So you get some point that confirm you that you are in the right track,
Yeah.
but you cannot be. I think you have to be honest with yourself, right?
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
to be
yeah,
honest
yeah.
in the way they say there's a lot of room for improvement, but in working double way, also a space to being honest with you to say, okay, I can reach that level. We saw just a couple of really good shots, and you cannot be disappointed with yourself. You cannot be sad. You can say, oh, I'm never gonna get it.
No.
No, it's
The next shot, was this the one you told me about was your first go at Photoshop, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was another assessment. I remember this one because it was the first one. We say how you can freeze movement, basically.
Yeah,
You
that's
can freeze
awesome.
the water there, but at the same time you have this wine cup or whatever you have to break it, and you can't do it physically. So you on post-processing Photoshop, put it separate and make something like.
And this is also, so you need a camera with really fast shutter speed.
All these cameras give you that opportunity.
Fast shutter speed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The cameras give.
That's on the settings, right? Slow.
On the settings, yeah.
Sure.
If you use auto, of course, the camera is taking the decision. It's taking the decision for you. But when you use another mode or manual mode or or aperture mode, you can take the advantage of that,
Sure.
and then you say,
you control
okay,
it,
you need the speed enough to freeze movement. You know, and this is what you do there. That's one of the exercises. I mean,
And we add a few lens flares and off we go. Beautiful.
There's a little bit of artistic, I will say artistic touch.
Next one, please, Paulie.
Yeah. Okay, this place is fantastic.
Wow.
This place is in Colombia.
Yeah.
It's a mine, salt mine.
Salt mine, yeah.
It's called
Salt Cave, yeah.
Nemocon.
Yeah.
And what we see here is coming directly from the camera. No Photoshop
Sure.
Involved at all.
Sure.
That's amazing because what you see on the left-hand side, unfortunately, the people who are just listening, they cannot see, but the people who are going to see us in YouTube are going to have the opportunity to see this photo. And on the left, you have is absolutely still water. That's what it is. You can see.
And it's a reflection of the roof.
And you see the reflection, exactly.
Yeah, it's like a mirror finish, You can see the even the greens further down in that light in the cave and everything.
And it's so amazing, that place. I invite you, if you have the opportunity to go to Colombia.
Man. Amazing country to visit.
And you have the opportunity to go to around the capital, which is Bogota. You can probably visit this place. You won't regret.
La Catedral
100%.
Yeah.
Zipaquirá is Sol Cathedral, and is a little bit before than this spot. But both of them are fantastic. So are you going to go there, Paulie?
Do you have that framed?
No.
That should be framed. That's an amazing picture.
No, this one. No, Paulie, but
It
I
is
have
a very
few,
nice
but
photo,
yeah,
man. It's true. Very nice.
It is.
Next one, please, Eddie. Oh!
Well, as you see, I
Yep.
I like it. And this is an interpretation of what the alcohol can do. It's a fire, you know. It has a meaning. It's a fire. And
cool.
it has like a little bit of what we call a chest and behind
Yep.
to showing that exactly what you mentioned in your apartment before. It can give you good moments, really.
No doubt. But then you got
But
to put it away.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
so
you
many
gotta
things
learn.
that
Yeah,
you
you
have
gotta
to
learn.
learn before to abuse of these
Very true.
the things. Yeah. So it's basically an artist, no artist, but an composition that I want to show that.
Very
you know?
nice. And obviously playing here with focus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
very
deep of
nice.
field. Remember, it's just
Yeah.
this space that only just get this much on focus, which is probably with the camera like this much.
Yeah.
That only can get the Zippo on focus. That's pretty much it.
Very
Yeah.
nice, man. And Jack Daniels, send Albert some money, please. Thank you. Next photo, please, Eddie.
There's a little bit of perspective there.
Yeah,
playing
indeed,
with that.
yeah.
There are 3 actually teacups. There are no Photoshop at all on this one either.
Wine glasses.
No, 3. There are 3 glasses there.
Yeah,
and you
but
can see.
wine glasses, not one.
Ah.
Wine.
My bad.
and it's 3 different sizes, yeah, and you just line them up in a particular way.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But if I'm not wrong, it's the same size.
Same size.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is just a
Well,
perspective.
the bases are the same.
The
size,
perspective, the perspective makes you
Okay,
to
sure, the
give you
distance,
the distance exactly.
Yeah,
right.
that's a cool optical illusion. that
Yeah,
one,
so
man, yeah.
but because it's one, I thought it was worth it to show to you
Yeah,
and to everyone. that
Definitely, man. Yeah.
You can play with images because it is
Yeah.
2D. Your perception is different than what you see with your eyes. You have the eyes in separate in the way you can see a little bit of volume, the
Yeah.
proportion, the volume, the perception of volume, but because the camera doesn't have that skill or with that
Sure.
quality,
Yeah.
so you see that
ability,
one.
yeah.
So that's
Very
kind
nice,
of tricky,
man. Yeah,
tricky
it is
your
tricky, yeah.
tricky your face,
Yeah.
your mind. Sorry, tricky,
Yeah, it's
tricky,
optical. Yeah, it's optical illusion.
Yeah,
kind
because
of
it's
thing,
2D.
yeah,
It's a 2D
optical effect.
give you that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually thought it was 3 different size glasses for it to be inside each other. But then, of course, yes, it is
You
going
can
back.
see, exactly. this
Thanks,
side.
Eddie.
Yeah. Okay, that was
Hello.
in Australia. In Australia, like I said, like I mentioned it before, I came to Australia late 40s and no photography whatsoever at all in my mind. And then I started to work my way as a Latino. It's quite challenging because you have to, deal with the language barrier. You have to deal with approaching people and be confident enough to show your job, your work to people and a person that trusts you and say, okay, I hire you for the job. I highly recommend don't go for a pay job if you don't know your craft. Don't do that, man.
Yeah,
Don't do
I
that
get
to the people. Don't do that to yourself.
Sure.
You believe you are good, but maybe you are not so good as much you think.
Yeah.
And that's probably one a good example. Even though it seems a good photo, but technically for me, it has so much things to improve.
Yeah, sure.
And then
Well, without being an expert, I recognize this as a nice photo, but it's not breathtaking. It's
yeah,
just a good-
exactly.
it's a good shot.
click,
Yeah,
right?
it's
a good click.
Yeah, it's
But
a good click.
I could do better.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
By the time.
Beautiful girl.
Yeah,
beautiful girl.
That's you, Morena.
Ah, thank you. Okay, cool.
I don't think
Awesome.
there's another one.
Muy
Like
linda.
Yeah, there's another one there for you. Another
Oh,
Morena.
thank you.
Yeah,
2 of
yeah.
them. Wow, I'm very lucky today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very
Two girls for you
Very
today.
generous.
Okay,
Opa.
this fella.
What's happening here, man?
Moses.
Moses?
Moses is an African guy. He's a singer. Afro Moses. An artist, a singer. He's very popular. I think it's from. I mentioned it to you. The country, Ghana.
Ghana,
I think
Ghanaian.
so. I think so.
Mohutu
If
se
not-
chale.
Oh wow.
Mekoti ede.
Yeah, if Ghana, he was very
You don't want to
popular.
know what I just said, by the way.
No.
but Anyway.
No, tell us.
Nah, it's all good, man.
No?
Nah, it's very textural.
Oh.
It's all right. I've hung around with some people.
This, we noticed that.
Chale.
Yeah, for too many years, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Something like
this photo has the meaning because it was my first nightclub photo ever.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ever.
So this is your first event
That
photo?
was my first
Ah,
event
cool,
photo.
Man. All right. So this
It was
is the
just
beginning of that
extra
journey.
beginning of the journey. That's it.
Beautiful,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
This is in Brisbane or?
It was Brisbane, up to
Okay,
Brisbane,
sure.
in I think 2000. I don't know, 5 years ago, 15
Okay,
maybe.
15, 16, around there.
16,
Yeah.
15, around that. He's an artist was found from the same Bob Marley manager.
Okay.
And he's very popular in his country,
Yeah.
in Africa.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
yeah.
was doing
I've
a couple of
definitely heard the name, man.
tours
Yeah,
around the
definitely,
world.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I had the opportunity to, it was one of the times that I worked for free.
Sure.
and just
Build
to
up
show
your-
then
build up your
you have to do so, right?
yeah portfolio.
Yeah,
of
to
course.
to, to,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
show
no.
then that
Yeah.
your work is worth it, right?
Yeah, over the years I've been hit up, especially for the bigger events and internationals and festivals and things like that. That people want to come and take advantage of that moment, that opportunity to to build their portfolios, and I guess many people also want to experience what it's like to do all of that. So there's a bit of give and take, I think.
It's
on
a good
the road
opportunity
to
for
becoming.
both sides, right?
Indeed, yeah.
You know if you find if that really what you like to do so,
That's right.
or not. And the other side, if you're happy to show and see how they can capture the vibe.
Yeah, I think you got to give to take. I think especially at the beginning, and even when you're established. I mean, I've myself and other people I know, every now and then we're doing things just for love or support or whatever, just to be involved in certain things. So
to step in.
very nice, man.
This is
Afro
very
Moses.
important. Afro Moses is a big shout out for David Mirabella. You maybe know him.
I know David Mirabella, from Brisbane, yeah.
Yeah, Brazilian
guy,
boy. I'm very grateful with him, and
Yeah.
he opened the door.
Yeah.
And he draws in my work, and man, I have so much, nothing more grateful for him.
Good,
He's a
man.
really
Shout out to
good
David,
one.
man.
Yeah,
Next
shout out,
photo,
man.
please, Eddie. Gracias.
Yeah. All right, this is my first wedding in Brisbane, and also my first wedding ever, and
Cool
this is
stuff.
really important.
Sure.
Really important.
Sure.
Because look, when a couple hire you for be the photographer of your day, your lovest day, they expect you to do the best for them, to show them in the best way you can, and nobody likes to get double chin, or you are too big, things like that.
Right.
You have to work the way to show the best.
That's right. Yeah.
Of
Capture
every single human being.
Mm-hmm.
This beautiful couple, Cecilia and Giovanni,
Yeah.
I think they're from Nicaragua.
Okay.
You say, yeah, and you can see that smile. That smile is real. It's not faking.
That's right.
They love it so much.
Yeah, indeed.
And you can tell just from the photo, because it's what I want to show. I don't want to show. Okay, this is a fake person here, pretended, which is so lovely and so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a couple, that real people that really, really love each other and want to be the best of them in, at the image.
And you captured just that moment.
And you captured that moment. This was the pre-wedding thing. We just we
nice
did
and tight.
Yeah, and they was
for myself at least, I think most of the photos that I like are when you're not posing, just natural photos. Yeah.
It's a tricky thing, Rafa. I have to tell you.
Yeah,
I have to tell you. It's a little bit of pose involved, even if you don't want it, because they don't stand in the way they are casually. So you have to at least mention, okay, what if you do this, or what if you put it like a behind it, not like a posing, like put your hand here, don't move, but more like, okay, what if you do this, what if you don't
just
take
pretend
dirty,
you're
dirty little thing on the just spearing your
that's
ear,
right.
and wow, laughing and cracking cool. So you create the ambient, because it's your responsibility as a photographer, which is so many people don't understand that, which is really, really important.
You're directing as well.
You have. They believe you. That's the day, and they trust you in your work, and you cannot be, you cannot doubt what you are doing. You have to know exactly what they are. They a little bit,
give what they want.
Overweight. They are too slim. How are they? What is the best way to capture their higher, lower, far away? What can I do? I have to work, with and bring the best. And like the next photo, if you mind,
we've got a couple of wedding
show more or less
that's a great
what
shot,
I want trying to say.
Yeah, that's right.
Bring the best of them.
Amazing photo, this one, bro. Yeah, that's a great photo. Even the light on the park bench there just gives it that kind of almost godly kind of,
kind of halo,
like a halo,
halo
really
thing.
Nice, man. Very beautiful.
The composition here was an idea we worked at the time, and is you cannot fake the keys, right? So you just trying to organize something, and then you let them think.
Yeah, that's right.
Their thing. and then
do
you
their thing,
you know
yeah,
they
yeah.
do their thing, and then
Yeah.
when they do the thing, you capture the moment.
That's right.
You know, I
Very
have
nice
like
photo, man.
5 or 6.
I love this one. This
You
very
know,
nice photo, man.
But it's the same couple, and it's
Yeah.
what I brought here
Yeah.
because you have to show the best.
I also like
as
the
much you
fact that
can.
the guy is standing on top of the bench, because normally you have the chick, you know, like on top of the guy, but no, you stood him up there, which
And
is pretty
he has the
cool.
flowers.
Yeah, and he has the flowers too, which
Yeah,
is kind
which
of
is kind of
very
romantic
iconic.
thing,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very iconic, man.
So I
Great shot.
just,
Well
yeah.
done, man. Congrats.
And they
on that
love
one.
so
Yeah.
much. You
Yeah.
can see it. That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, great
I think
shot.
it's the most important part. They know how exactly they look,
Mm.
you know. But if you work against that, they won't be happy.
Yeah,
They
I
were
get
the
you.
happiest people.
Ah, you got to
on
work
earth.
with it, man. That's
You
what
have
I'm
to
saying
work with it,
before,
and
yeah.
so they know exactly, and then you take advantage of that and work the best you can. But that's what the professional thing make you different from other people,
That's
another
right.
photographer, yeah, right?
Couple more wedding photos.
A
Shot, no? In
few
the mix
photos
in
there.
in
This one all have meaning, right? That was first wedding in Sydney.
Uh-huh.
So that was.
Yeah.
Remember that we
This is
mentioned the boudoir kind of
boudoir.
thing.
Yeah. This
So
is very racy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Racy? What do you mean?
Racy is in racing. It's racing. My heart is racing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They like photos private, like the girls
Sure.
like photos like that, and
Of
why
course,
not?
yeah,
Why not?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
for
Yeah,
her
they're
man,
feeling
you know, for her
sexy
man.
and-
Yeah,
of
feel
course.
sexy, feel
Yeah.
desire,
Uh.
and you go there. It's for them, for
course.
intimacy. And then what I've seen through my lens and what I've seen with my eyes, through my profession, it's like a priest. He gets there and stops there, and it don't go any further. You know what I mean? Because it's private. It's things that, you know, the moment is what it
Yeah,
is. So
you're just there to
you
capture the
gotta see.
image, not to be a part of the image, or whatever.
And then
Very
you
nice,
have to,
man.
you know, just a little bit of a. This is no composition as a compositional
Yeah.
aspect. It's not the best, but still is a little bit of sexiness there, you know.
Definitely, and
Yeah.
the light is so strong that it almost
Try
looks
to be
like
symmetric,
she's
so,
walking into
mhm.
heaven, kind of thing.
They kind of think the light's coming. It's just
Yeah.
she's gonna do the step.
Yeah, very
Of
nice,
her
man.
life,
Very good,
yeah,
man. And the
yeah.
symmetry, yes, of course.
Yeah, symmetry. that's
Next
it,
photo,
yeah.
please, Eddie.
Are
And
they-
this is that same girl, no?
Same couple.
Sure.
Just to show a little bit of the
Beautiful
city.
photo, brother. Yeah, very
Um,
nice. Yeah.
That was also challenging because
Yeah.
look, it was raining, like it was pouring.
Yeah, you can
tell
see
in
all the
it
ground
was
is wet.
pouring.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah.
almost in tears.
Yeah.
The bride, she was almost in tears. She was, oh my God, my day, and it's
Mm.
raining, and you know. But again, you have to work
With what you have.
on
of
what you
course.
have.
Well, they say it's good luck, man, if you get married in rains. But I think they always say shit like that. Like, oh, if you get shit on by a bird, then it's good luck. You know, it's supposed to make you feel good about something, I think.
Yeah, well, I probably wouldn't say that, but yeah, people believe, so it's fine. But you know, you have this opportunity, so I probably photoshopped the sky. So the sky probably was dark. It was just the only thing different there.
Sure.
I put the sky there just to get a little more, you know,
Yeah, make it a bit more
more
vibrant.
vibrancy
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
I put a light behind them as well, just to
Sure.
get a little bit of frame
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and more light, because it's
Yeah.
a little technically again have a lot of lines coming through them, so you can see them, see lights
Yeah,
that you
Definitely.
you can read,
With the
but
white
also
too,
the
yeah.
sky is fighting against the couple because it's
Of
too
course,
bright,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
compositionally, I can improve that one, but it's
Sure.
what it was my first wedding. I'm not putting excuses. It's what it is. I have to
No.
improve it.
Looking back, your
Yeah.
skills have you know continued, have progressed
Yeah.
from where they were at the time of the photo, and you recognize those things.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
definitely.
Not making excuses. You're pointing out your mistakes.
My
at
mistake.
The time.
Yeah. So I
Still an amazing photo, though. I love it, man. I also
Yeah.
love the texture of the sandstone. And
I use a fish eye that you mentioned it. This is
you
a
can
fish
see
eye.
a bit of that. Yeah,
There you can see,
Yeah.
this is what we mentioned at the beginning of the podcast. You want to see as much you can.
Yeah, that's right.
You need a wide angle, and
Very
the king
nice,
of the wide
yeah.
angle with a little bit of a distortion is of course the fish eye, yeah, lens, yeah.
When Paulie gets married, we know who to call.
There you are.
Next photo, please, brother.
I haven't
Actually,
heard
Eddie got engaged last week.
Oh, really?
Really?
Eddie,
Eddie?
did you want to tell anyone? It's a surprise. Well, they were looking at me for.
This is a big
They
news.
wanted me to
Yeah?
reply.
When we were having lunch, no, the only reason why I'm willing to consider it for a little bit is because when we were having lunch, he dropped it. Remember, he said, "Oh, I met this girl." Blah, blah, blah. And I
He
was like,
actually mentioned it.
"Oh, but we have to get married if I want to date it." And what was it? We have to get. What'd you say, guys?
Yeah, you have to get like
You have to get engaged.
Yeah.
or actually have the ceremony and put the ring on it too?
No. I'm just gonna back it up.
This is a nice photo of Sydney. We've seen
Okay.
many of these, but this is
Again, has
yeah.
a meaning. Was when we get here to Sydney, because we were living in Brisbane,
Sure.
and Brisbane, from my point of view, was a little bit short in what we're doing.
Sure.
Especially photography is not so much people as much as Sydney.
Of course, yeah, smaller city.
Sydney is more
Yeah.
multicultural, even
well.
though Brisbane has been growing and growing.
Yeah, definitely.
Still, our house, let's put it in that way, brings a lot of people,
Sure.
as tourism. So
course.
when we get here, I thought was photography, the good idea
Yep.
to have a Sydney
Yeah,
Opera
man, of
House
course. Yeah,
photography. That's what it means
Yeah.
for me.
Great shot.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
also a beautiful shot. So it means a lot to me.
Good
That's
one.
what I am. I brought it to the podcast
it's
tonight.
it's a time stamp. You arrived in Sydney, boom, you got the Sydney skyline, Opera House, of course. So
Iconic. It's
the
very,
of course, yeah.
yeah.
No, and I like the shade, all the bits of light in there, the water, everything. Really nice shot, man.
Yeah,
Very nice.
and then it has no Photoshop at all. Like
No
basically
Photoshop, this one,
a
yeah.
little bit of Adobe Lightroom software, which is very popular between photographers.
Sure.
You just put a little bit of contrast and a little bit of accent in here and there, and pretty much
Sure.
it. Yeah.
Very nice photo, man. Thank you, Eddie.
All right, this is another meaning
Uh-huh.
for me. Yeah, even
What's
though
happening here?
it's a spectacular view
Yeah.
of one of the tallest Sydney buildings, right?
Okay.
So you don't have everyday opportunity to go to one of the rooftops in Sydney, huh?
Sure.
It was at absolutely top of the building.
Sure.
One of my student, a photography student, have the license or the permission to go up there.
Sure.
I were giving some classes, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity to take that
It's a good
photo.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, you see the lines. It's
The lines in the building. Yeah, that's the first
too
thing
high,
to see.
and it's amazing.
Mm.
Technically, I don't know, just probably have too much to improve, but it was the moment what really matters there.
Of course.
It's a great guy. He's Juan, and he gave me the opportunity to go there, so I took the opportunity.
man. That's awesome.
So it means a
Yeah,
lot to
man.
me as well.
Yeah, this is a
it's
great
like
shot.
my photography history, basically.
Yeah.
This is
No,
what
it's a
I'm
cool
trying
shot,
to
man. Very nice.
show there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, every day you
No, of course.
have
yeah.
the opportunity to.
No,
take
that's
photo
cool,
like
man.
that.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Sydney again, skyline.
Yeah.
Eddie.
You wanna go for it, Eddie?
Gracias.
The story behind of this click, Angela, big shout out to Angela Clark in Brisbane. She's around, I don't know if I can say her age, I don't know, but she started her modeling career profession very late in life.
Sure.
Late in life.
Mm.
And I haven't seen another person with such a big enthusiasm for what she does.
Good on her.
She flew from Brisbane to Sydney, all the way to Sydney, just for this shoot,
Wow.
just to take photos from her.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And she's so much into it. I
Yeah.
mean, her body and even the age, you can see the curves. She's really fit and she's lovely. And
Sure.
the wardrobe, I will say,
Mm.
enormous, man, enormous. It just
Yeah.
she brought. I don't know how much luggage she brought, but you can tell. I mean, but I want
Bit of a
to
diva.
show.
Mm.
Her soul is nice.
So the message, never too late to
that's
learn.
probably
Never too
I
late
mentioned it to you
start,
when before I started.
Mm.
Basically, what with podcasts for me means is doesn't matter what you want
Yeah.
and doesn't matter what time of your life you are.
Go for it.
Just go for it if you really want.
Passion,
Depends how
yeah,
much you
yeah.
really want it.
Mm.
But when you really want it, they give you the spark, right?
Mm.
But what really make it is consistency.
No doubt about it.
And you tell me,
Yeah.
how many travels have you been
Mm.
through your life
Mm.
to get where you are? And if you don't keep consistent, even in the good times, bad times,
I hear you, bro.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
we've spoken.
you give up.
We've spoken in the show a few times about the importance of consistency.
Consistency is what take you there. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, passion. Everyone speak about passion. This is what I love. What I do. I'm passionate about this. Okay, keep you constant.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah, stick to it, man.
And then if you don't get it up,
Uh-huh.
you don't get it. So just
Well,
Angela, probably
Shout out to Angela.
Shout out to Angela. And
Never
big
too late to start.
big Instagram account, 9,000 followers, something like that. Just
Okay,
for her
good on her.
hard work.
Good on him, man.
Yeah,
That's
good
beautiful.
one.
Good to hear, man. Next
Yeah.
photo, please, Eddie.
All right, I do art in the way that I like to capture moments, right?
Sure.
That art have too many definitions, I would
Yeah.
say. And one of the definition for me is capture the moment when these artists, these kids are no older than 13 years old. Man. Australia, man, has so much talent, such a good dancer, man.
Yeah.
These guys are amazing, and
Yeah.
they do a competition every year that I have the privilege to cover.
Sure.
And I got a couple of clicks of them. You want to go
Flick through,
forward,
please, Eddie. Yeah.
Eddie? You want to see how talented this is? Just an expression of art, the guys. They
amazing.
take so much on that. I admire them. The elasticity, the skills, physically, and the passion about that. Yeah, it's Australia, man. It really
crazy.
is. It's what it shows what Australia is made.
We've got more of these?
I think one more, if
One
no
more,
more.
yeah.
It's still, one more.
Eddie. Oh,
Yeah, look at
wow. Have you seen Paulie doing this?
No.
Paulie's the mascot champion, ballerina champion, contemporary ballet and tap.
Why you haven't invited me for take your photo, man?
Nah, you're not in his league, brother.
Huh?
You're not in his league.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
That's
it. Turn it off.
If you're lucky,
We'll go home.
If you're lucky, yeah.
We see. This is no video, right? Video, you can freeze the image,
Of course.
But you have to have the opportunity to a split second. Or no, you have the eye, the experience to click in that one. In this what is really important.
Timing, of course.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
That's
Great
different.
shots,
That's
great
different with an elaborate click that you pause and pre-production.
Of course. Yeah. It's a totally different thing.
There's a totally different. See, this is natural light.
Yeah.
I mean, like more not natural, but constant light like this.
Sure.
That you have to work with. It's very difficult. The lights are like split in different spots. So some part of the stage are dark, some part of the stage are light.
You adapt to the environment versus adapting the environment to the subject.
I have
right?
to be work around again, flexible with them. Some
awesome,
clicks
cool.
I have lost, not totally lost, good clicks because of that. Because I can do nothing about the light in that moment. I cannot go to the organizer and say, look, I need more light here, more light there.
You can't go to the ballerina and say, I'll do that again.
Why you don't jump here instead of here?
No,
it's just, and then you have to capture this.
That's so cool, eh?
They love kids, man, and they're so much talented there. They dance is fantastic.
Name of the competition?
Shine on Stage.
Shine on Stage.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Shine on Stage. Big shout out for them.
Sure.
Jessica.
That's where Paulie came out of there.
Shine on Stage.
Yeah, he won the mascot version in.
Well, good on you.
2001, no, Paulie?
I won it. That's how I actually met Rafa, because he lost that competition.
Oh, Rafa, man.
And he felt bad, and he
put a down point. Man, you have it. You had the touch.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I did teach him. I took him under my wing and taught him how to dance.
You did well.
Thank you, Paulie.
You did actually.
I'll show you some footage later of him dancing.
Paulie, they said he was going to make it to the Bolshoi in Russia, but he went right instead of left, and he ended up on the Expansion podcast.
The lady that we were before, Angela, she's actually originally from Russia.
Sure.
Yeah, she's a Russian girl.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Russia, because he'll start getting vodka out.
Oh no!
Yeah, right.
Don't mix.
Spasiba.
Don't mix. Spasiba. All right, I brought this photo because of a reason. Of course, it was an iconic place on Earth, Paris. We were there.
Yeah, I like the colors.
Thing is, I put this on the social on Facebook, and I got maybe 200 or more plus comments against that photo.
Really?
Yeah. Why you reckon? Is something wrong with the photo?
No, it's a great photo.
Well, for few people, it was like a scene that have caught the Eiffel Tower in the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Few people were angry because they say like a photo edition thing, so she wouldn't be there. Actually, a person commented that said like, "Oh,
Photoshop.
yeah, poor guy. He's dreaming he's going to Paris. Oh, poor guy." Things like that.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Oh,
and
haters gonna hate.
yeah, that it's always happened. Haters
Yeah,
are
that's
there,
fine.
you know. But the thing is, you do in the photography what you please. If you think is right or wrong, right?
Yeah.
If you want it, you do it. If
Yeah,
not,
it's
don't
in
do
there.
it. And if you
Nah,
do
great
it,
shot.
you
I
know,
like
be
your shot,
brave.
man. Nothing
You know
wrong,
what I mean?
man. Eiffel Tower, good looking girl, dressed
Yeah.
nice, good color scheme, nice skyline behind.
Yeah. So it's just
Yeah.
what you want. If you do, just
That's
the
pretty cool,
next
man.
click if you want.
Yeah, because also I remember seeing an Eiffel Tower one. Okay,
You know,
beautiful. Yeah,
I want to crop it. Why not? Why not?
nice shot, man.
You know, if I want to take the photo of the Eiffel Tower, I have to get a lens to give me more wide
Of
angle
course, yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm too
yeah.
close to the Eiffel Tower, and I have to they get different technical aspects anyhow. But I want this photo because I want the lines coming from the water.
That's right.
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
the
I like this one, man. Yeah,
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 the
that's
lines
pretty cool.
compositionally is just in the spot that I wanted. You know,
Yeah,
the lines
yeah,
coming from the
yeah.
top, the lines coming from the bush, the lines coming from the water, all even the floor, the ground, the floor is telling you she's there, and now she's red, even though she's fighting with the light, you know, with the lightness.
Yes.
I put a flash on the right hand side of her, and I play with the backlight from the sun, which it was about evening, or no, mistaken. I was in very early morning, very early. We went there like about 6. There was no one around the Eiffel Tower,
yeah, yeah.
and then when I put the photos, because I have more photos there. No, not today, but people say that's bullshit. They say because the Eiffel Tower is always packed, things like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if you don't work the way you can get things, that is your problem, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Another
No, that's
person,
cool, man.
another
I like
person.
the dress too. I like the red. It really works, man. Really
Yeah,
nice, my
yeah.
brother.
Some
great
people
shot,
say,
man. Well done.
oh, with models I did, you know, anyone. So like, if anyone can do it, find the model and put it there.
no,
you
no,
know?
no, that's just dumb shit.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Fuck
some
that.
dumb
Haters.
shit.
Next
Hate
photo,
it,
please,
hate it,
Paulie.
hate it.
Opa.
That
That's a cool shot, man. Yeah.
that shot is funny because normally
Yeah.
like 90% of the time, 99% of the time, the ladies, you know, the bride is the person in charge of the photos. She is who's picking, you know, in the photos. This wedding was the other way around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cameron is his name. He was the person in the photos. Hey, took me
Sure.
photo here, took me photo there.
Oh,
So
really?
you know,
Yeah,
this is
some
all
boys
his
yeah.
family, like his family side. So the lady on the
Okay.
right is the sister.
Yeah,
she was like,
that's hilarious,
"Ew,"
man. Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
The parents are behind. He
Yeah.
lost his grandma, but his grandpa is
granddad,
there,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and his
yeah.
new member of family member is there. So he's telling a story there. You know, is what I
Yeah,
do.
this is cool. You got like all these things going on.
The
Obviously,
generation,
one kiss,
yeah.
another kiss. Him.
Yeah, and the
you know,
people
sort
which
of
is
embarrassed
no
looking
kissing,
away,
yeah, embarrassing.
That's
yeah.
cool, man.
He's telling story.
Great
you know?
shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a gun shot.
The
man.
next one is actually good because the guy work, you know,
Wow.
what you say, whatever you tell me where we should go, we go. Then
Yeah.
just that name it. And he was so much into the photography.
Where is this?
This is actually Koji. You wouldn't believe, but it's Koji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you?
Sorry, what
Gee.
suburb is it?
Koji.
Could you?
Koji. Why? You love Koji? You live there? Did you?
I'll tell you a funny story about Coogee. So, if
You
you
were living there.
yeah, I was the mayor of Coogee. Nah. So when you read Coogee in Spanish, it'll be coger, like coger, right?
Coger is, yeah.
coger, right?
Mhm, coger.
And where I'm from, at least, coger means fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So you know, I remember
Coogee.
one of my mum's friends. They were talking. Hey, where you go? I'm coming to Australia. I might come visit. And she goes, yeah, come to Coogee. She goes, coger. Wow. So what? Fuck.
Yeah, stop them
Yeah,
up.
where do you live? I live in fuck. Okay, cool.
I know that, but where you live, where you really live?
Oh,
no, I live
fuck.
in fact. No, I know that, but yeah, he was actually so grateful that that they did that.
Great photo, man.
Yeah,
Great photo.
that,
Really good gunshot, man. Well done.
you show what they are, and also they show he was into the photo, into the gear. Yeah,
Ah,
a
good,
lot,
man.
a lot,
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah, it's true, man. It's true.
He's saying to the next click. I think it's a wedding one. If I think it was no, this is different. There's one I review the wedding. I think that one.
Very nice.
He just said the
Very nice.
other side of the Harbour Bridge.
Beautiful shot, man.
Photo,
No
no
Photoshop.
Photoshop. Made
Great
it.
shot, man. It's beautiful
As
shot too.
land
All
room,
the-
clean
all the-
the sand a little bit there I did that for sure. I clean a little bit of the
because there was a few shells and stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
just to make it
That's
nice
it.
and smooth.
But no, the sky, no change the sky, no.
Very nice.
You
man.
know,
Beautiful.
and you have to wait for the right time. This is what in photography is known
The money
popularly
shot,
as a golden hour.
the golden hour. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the
That's right.
afternoon.
Yeah.
And you see
When
how warm it is.
when the sun is just gone down, so you don't have the light competing, you know,
No.
so you don't have the.
And it's
just gone
subtle,
down,
and
yeah.
and you know it's
Yeah,
beautiful
that's
in
right,
the
yeah.
skin.
Yeah,
Because
that's right.
even if you are white skin color,
pale, yeah.
yeah. So they give you like a little bit of tone there.
Very nice, man. Very
The
warm.
opposite is in the morning, which is called the blue hour,
Uh-huh.
because it's no sun around, like not yet,
Mm.
and you feel like the air and all the ambient is blue, and you have the blue hour, and the afternoon is golden hour. Is what they
Sure.
call it. We're talking about photography. It's one of the technical aspects of
Great shot,
photography.
man. Another
Yeah,
great one there.
Yeah.
What else we
Thank
got
you.
there, Paulie? So we've gone back
All
to
right. This is from. This is nice story. I brought it
Boudoir.
because I went all the way to USA just
Sure.
to be in the workshop of Kelly's Schneider workshop. So
Sure.
yeah, I went there to get the photos, and you see more or less his style.
Yeah, very true, very true.
You know,
You've done it justice, man. It does look really good.
Yeah, working
Very
on that
nice,
one,
yeah.
and lovely girl, Laura. If I'm not wrong, no
Very
mistaken.
beautiful.
In the composition there, and working with the constant light there on her left side, well, on the left, the camera left. And the next photo, if you want, Polly, is really important because there were 20 photographers there at least, and they struggling with the same concern that I do have, which is was a lady there who's been working for more than 20 years in photography. She went from wedding, she went from kids photography, even street photography, and she would. By the time he was doing here, she was exploring fine art, and she would definitely want to step in fine art rather than be with weddings. You know, it's just 20 years of work there behind that camera, and it means a lot to me because it's like sometimes you get confused. What way should I take in photography? There's so many ways to take, and then that lady is one example that they show me that we all as a human go for the same struggles. I don't think you are at home the only person living this what you live. It's many people have been there before, and they went through. So you can go through as well. It's a good message there. And they did a competition. He did a competition and say between the 20 photographers with 20 years experience or so things sort of thing. And I was just there with a couple of years of experience. And this is the photo that won.
Oh, you won it? Oh,
Yeah. I won it.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know that,
They
brother.
won that competition in that workshop. Of course, it's small, right? But there was so much for me because there's so many people there with so much experience.
Yeah.
That for me means a lot.
And someone you look up to, as a Schneider, right?
Yeah,
So,
a person who admire, who just said your work stand out of the job. Yeah. So
about this one. This looks like a.
It's like a paint thing.
Yeah, I was thinking when you've got a TV show or something and you want to show one of the actresses,
Well, she's actually a Colombian actress.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
she's.
there you go. Very nice, man. Very sharp and detailed
that was with Sony. One of the things I can say about Sony, I know the people from Nikon and from Canon are gonna hit me, but what I think I have found on Sony is the sharpness is amazing, man. They can provide you can actually count the eyelashes. It's very nice. The color of the eyes and the stuff is very cool, detailed.
What's her name? What's the actress's name?
His name is Kitty. She called herself Kitty.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly. I don't recall the name exactly. Main actress in Colombia, but she has been doing small roles here and there, and she always go behind the mic, showing shows. How can
presenting shows. Okay, cool. Man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So she's lovely. She's a lovely lady, very young lady. She was. I don't know if I have another photo of her, Polly. I don't think. I think the only one. Yeah.
Man,
Well,
very nice photos.
basically
Albert.
this
Covered
this
a lot of genres,
this is
a lot
really
of
what I've
styles.
been,
Yeah,
through,
man. Yeah.
Yes, if you go to my Instagram now, that's the kind of type of photo that you're gonna find because I've decided to go after all these years. I'm open for weddings. I'm open for photography in general, but fine art, especially with girls, for me means a lot. Is going further that rather than because if you see a girl naked, everyone as a man, naturally you're gonna look. Is what your genetic is made of.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make you a good photographer.
Sure.
You have to play with a little bit more of that to call yourself
a
a
photographer.
photographer,
Yeah, indeed.
and also stand out of the crowd. Because everyone has, like my auntie. We have a saying with my wife. My auntie have an iPhone 12, and he takes better photos. You know what I mean?
Then we fast forward to when we went up and everything and what you were doing for us and obviously how you met Paulie as well and everything. So we've got some event photos really quickly to cover in the nightclubs because I thought they were cool to share because we've got some fun shots there.
I just wanna I don't think you were here in the country, Rafa.
Tell me.
One day there was a problem with one of our photographers that we booked.
Yeah.
And Albert saved us. Like he stopped what he was doing.
Sure.
And he came to our rescue.
Albert to the rescue. Shout out to you, man.
Well,
do you remember Albert when I rang you 20 times?
I do. Thank you, Paulie. Yeah, actually, glad you named it. You mentioned it because, look, this is what I do for life. For living. This is what I pay my bills. But also is what I do love it. What a privilege when you know Rafa, what I'm talking about. And many of the people who are listening, they realize how valuable it is to have something that you are passionate. And on top of that, you get money.
Indeed.
Of that, right?
Yeah,
I have the privilege to, even late in life,
yeah.
To pick up this path of career.
Yeah.
and then I'm full-time photographer. Like I have private time for my wife but if you call me, man, I'll be there for my customer, for my client,
Yeah, man.
I'll be there. Bro. I'll be there always,
Thank you to you and everyone in the crew because you're not the only one, Yeah. But definitely thank you because
the
you've
team
been
is
there for
fantastic,
us. Yeah.
Man.
You've been there for us all these years and the quality's always there. And here we've got some examples,
Yeah.
Just real quickly as we're talking, but yeah, shout out to Sebi and
I see
Loquito,
Coco
Ruben,
there.
and Coco and the guys and Pao.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's Miami Fridays.
Fantastic. What happened is like we mentioned it. There's a vibe there.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, you can say to the people,
capture the
put
vibe,
your hands up. All right, they put it. Can you capture in the right moment?
That's right.
Yeah. So if you have the technical aspect,
That's
you
right.
have the well, go for it and try to get the best. And then this, probably people who are watching us don't know. This spot is black pitch, is what I said. Absolutely dark.
Yeah, it's very dark, yeah.
Yes, absolutely dark. You just see nothing.
Course,
When you play, nightclub.
That's right.
But in the photos, if I put a black, people cannot see what we want to show to them.
Of course, yeah.
You
So
cannot,
you got to get your settings right.
You got to get the thing to show the people, and that's this is one of the things that photography was just starting to say, I go to the nightclub, take a couple of photos, get a couple of bucks, and then I start to getting money from this and that, and then the quality is not there. And then as a promoter, like you, a professional promoter, you suffer with that people because at the end of the day they are learning from your business. And it shouldn't be in that way. If you value your business, you have to get the best of the best. The best DJ, your best, the best manager, photographer who look after your business in the way you can stand out as well. If you as a promoter stand out, I will be, benefit of that. But of my job, show what you do. Yeah. And we go like a win-to-win relation. I break my ass.
Well, man,
every single.
You know how we work, man. People that look after us, we look after them, and that's how it goes. Man.
Yeah, we work our asses to get the best.
Yeah.
Every single.
And deliver, man.
Right?
Yeah.
To deliver.
Whatever you do,
people,
do it good, man. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Great shot, this one. Level 2 at the Watershed, Miami Fridays. Latin upstairs with Cocoman. Shout out to Coquito. I love you, my brother. Te quiero un montón, mi hermano. He knows that. Great conga player, performer. He's been on stage with me for a million years.
The Argentinian credit is there.
El Matador. He's just come back from Argentina. Was stuck over there with COVID.
Yeah.
Myself.
He was,
and DJ Mao, El Príncipe from Medellin,
Mao.
Colombia, in the building.
You know, funny thing, Mao was the person who actually connected me with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was working
Colombian
with another
community,
guy
right?
and in a nightclub, and it's I don't know what the conversation was about, but then they say I speak with Mao. I said, have you spoken with Rafa? I said, who is Rafa? I didn't know at the time. So I don't know what Rafa is. He's one of the best promoters, not even in Sydney, but nationally. So like, really? And he said like, yeah, but I was scared because he said like, well, but probably he was probably going to say no. And one of the things I want to mention is that it works against us is FIA, man.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
They freeze you.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then he spoke with the person in charge at the moment, and he gave me the chance.
Yeah.
And it was like love in the first
Love at first sight.
That's it. We were
well,
one
man,
day.
that's called taking opportunities in life, man, and you did, and you delivered.
We
and
were
gone back
there,
to
we
the family
delivered,
before,
and you appreciate it, and
Beautiful,
we
man.
were
Yeah.
working out. This is another example of the good vibe in the watershed at the moment, at the time.
New Year's Eve photos.
Yeah,
Promotional
easy
photos, yeah. Shout out to
promotional
Ash, the beautiful Ash from La Femme. Shout out to our
Femme,
beautiful
yeah.
friend Madison. Crazy Maddie, Crazy Ranga. I haven't seen her for a little while now.
Which
but
year
shout
was
out
this
to
one?
her.
Remember?
Brother, I think this is 2017
17.
into 18,
18?
18 into 19, 19 into 20. Yeah, I think it's 18, bro. 18, maybe. I'm not sure, to be honest. We've done a few New Years down in
we have a
Darling
few
Harbour. I've
years,
done every
Darling
New
Harbour,
Year since 2010. There they are, beautiful ladies doing their thing.
Technically, this is one of the things that people don't know is how much challenge or difficulty we have as a photographer to get a good shot.
Of course.
Because
Fireworks are
the
popping,
fireworks
and they're
work
only
in
going
different
for- yeah.
light
That's right. Yeah,
level,
they're all different,
and they move
everything.
and
That's
they're
right.
different,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the girls are there in a different light
Of
as
course,
well.
Yeah.
And you have to work the
A lot
way
of moving pieces. Yeah, yeah.
on
yeah,
different
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have to move. Technically, you have to move. Be able to move good enough to show what you my client, in this case, big MC Rafa. I was asking for, and I think you were very pleased with the results.
Oh man,
you know.
definitely. So much so that we used them 2 years in a row.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
la ligarura.
this is my beautiful friend Nana Shakur on the left. Nana, she's moved to Melbourne. Unfortunately, we don't have her.
It's
in
a
Sydney
BTS
anymore.
shot there.
Yeah, a little BTS fun one. This
There's
is
Rafa on the
for
left.
Miami Fridays, Fruity Fridays promotion. We were
doing the promotion.
yeah,
the
watermelon
social,
vodkas. Yeah, watermelon vodkas and yeah, again, waterfront, Darling Harbour. There's a beautiful thing happening down there at the time. Hopefully, when this COVID nightmare BS is over, we're going to all get back to work and back to freedom with the girls. Always good at Rhythm Brazil. Shout out to them. Shout out to Chimbalada as well.
I heard the Chimbala podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Yeah, we had him on the
Cool
podcast
guy.
a couple of weeks ago. Amazing, man.
Yeah, I mean, I
Amazing.
have the opportunity to work with them a few times.
Of course, well, here we are. He's
Yeah,
again.
nice
Yeah, of course.
opportunity to.
Yeah, Miami Fridays at the Watershed.
She's a good dancer,
Incredible dancer. Incredible.
nice
Big shout out
personality,
going out to Tammy Fogueira.
very nice
Yeah,
personality,
shout out to
easygoing.
Tammy. Yeah, very professional. Yeah.
Professional.
Very
yeah.
ripped too. Very lean she is. Yeah,
Yeah, no, but the performances are really nice, and
Yeah,
the
man,
dance,
great people, man.
great
Brazil,
people.
Best in the business. And
Yeah.
here we are, just a little example of what we put together with Albert's work. Just a little flyer we put together there for Miami Fridays and the beautiful Rhythm Brazil girls. And I think that's the last one, no? Paul?
No, I think there's a no. Is that the one? Is that the one?
I think
That's it. But I can bring up my photos that you took of me and
maybe next show, buddy. Yeah, good on you, champ.
Sure.
Tries to sneak it in there. You know what I mean?
you were here before Polly. That's enough, man. It was just once, once a life opportunity.
Look, how about as I'm talking to Albert, you can put it on in the background. You happy?
but then I want my questions.
All right, do one,
okay.
Paulie.
Okay, go for it.
See what I got to do, Albert.
Now I see you went to Paris and
Yes.
Frankly, I was actually shocked because I went to the Louvre. Is that how you say it?
Louvre.
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 But we went while they were closing, and I think you went there too. I got photos of you, so yeah, the answer is yes.
These are your photos from the Louvre, right?
They are iPhone photos.
Sure.
Yeah, iPhone photos.
In your time there, because we were talking about how much you appreciate fine art and how that relates to photography, right?
Yeah, when we start the podcast, we talk about the history of the photography. We went to the gear aspect of technical aspect, but there's so much like to tell about photography, man. I mentioned it to you before, was photography became as a communication and language communication, things that took from nothing to be a powerful tool for many things, for science, for politicians, for people with power, with the advertisement, you name it, right? But one of the things the photography had to fight win in a good way, let's say, was art. Because by the time this is
1800s,
17 in the end of the 18th century.
Sure.
There was like such a popular thing. It was really like prestigious, if I can
art.
I might say it.
Yeah,
art.
I mean painting,
and the photography came, and it was like no more than reproduction. So it was until the big houses like art. It was called galleries.
Sure.
Accept photography.
Yeah.
When until then, that photography made a gap in art.
Sure.
Yeah, as a human expression, photography can be an art, because you can put a photo there and your opinion that will be different than Polly's opinion, Eddie's opinion. It was gonna be totally different. You know.
I think every time there's been say a new shift in culture, in arts, in music, there's always going to be resistance. I think it's natural, and that applies to many other fields besides art. But I think at the beginning there's always a thing where it's like, these kids, or this new wave, or
the new generation.
And you can speak even like when rock was born, when it was
the 60s,
exactly, and then it just becomes its own thing, and then it's
reveling,
and then you never turn back. Right?
Nah.
So
now they proud.
Funnily
rock,
enough, that happened with photography as well at the time, which is amazing to hear, and something that I didn't know about.
Yeah, they opened the gap. Sorry, keep going.
No, it's true. Yeah, that's right. They opened the gap.
It wasn't there. It was very difficult because look, there was a movement. If I recall properly, was the Impressionism. There were a couple of guys there, really like Monet, among them, that they brought the light into the painting. Polly, you wanna put the photo of you, man? There are no Monet photos, but what I saw in the Louvre is very important to show you and share with the people. This is actually Da Vinci, the Santa Anna paint, and you can see the realism. Is no one there before, It's in imagination, the forms, the proportions, the background. All this photography you apply, because each element there has a place on the photo, in this case on the paint. And also just to showing a history, an emotion, and it's played with colors. Imagine how they can get colors by the time. There's no like chemical stuff like we have now, or for plants, for things like actually chemicals, the minerals that actually make them sick. One of the reasons
toxic.
Toxic. They died young because it's because of that. Today the people get the iPhone, take a photo, and they delete it. And they think they got a camera. What we mentioned before, they think I'm a photographer, I'm an artist. I can imagine how many hours that person was in front of that.
For sure, definitely.
Canvas,
definitely.
To make this piece of art,
Well, that and I think there was a completely different appreciation for all these things, because they took so long to make and create, so the value was on a completely different level.
You want to go forward, Paul? This is one where I wanted to show to the people. Actually, they came from my wife because it made me think in this. Yeah. Look, we have this conversation with Rafa because we kind of the same, spot of opinion, maybe. I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah.
Look, what we're gonna see next and the next click. See how many people are around this photo, this paint, and then guess what? Who is there? Polly, you can go for it.
See.
This is cool because I fell for the same thing. I thought
Yeah, what the
this
hell?
next thing was gonna be
Yeah, isn't it?
massive.
That's Leonardo da Vinci's
And they
most
Lisa.
known job.
Probably the most famous painting ever. Yeah, Mona
Indeed,
Lisa. Yeah,
indeed,
yeah.
the Mona Lisa. Is this much, this big? That's
It's
all.
like a postage
That's
stamp.
all. Is it? You know, and actually you cannot get closer because it was stolen once, and then they retrieved. So they value so much this paint,
Of course.
and it was, I don't know, because of the media. I don't know if I can say media, but the way they showed to the world that this paint was stolen was very popular back in the day. So every the line to get to that room, man, is unbelievable. We were lucky that you get just there, and then all the way the people think about is to take the selfie.
Yeah, of course.
And I was with the Mona Lisa, and then for me, being as a photographer and appreciate light and art and how people spend time doing what we are, like as a human, man, because it's this expression of humanity, you know.
Of course,
If one day we are not here in this earth, and everything is finished, is done, and somebody can retrieve things to show to the people outside of the world, the aliens or whatever, who we were.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things you have to show how we could do with our hands, our talent. Probably you can go forward, it's fine. So because what I'm gonna show you next is very connected.
Yeah.
And this is me right there
Yeah.
in the bottom of this big, massive. I don't know how big. It's bigger than this studio, man.
Yeah, man.
Imagine painting that.
Yeah.
And the perception of light and shadows there is. I mean, I was with joint draw, the expression.
Yeah.
Totally wonder. Like, I couldn't believe how much unfair is the life with some kind of this talented artist, man. Because no one knows, not many people know this photo, that this piece of art, you know. But you are talking about Mona Lisa. Everyone knows about Mona Lisa,
right,
even
It's just popular.
very popular. But it's so much talent. It's like 3 or 4 floors, I don't know, over there.
Yeah.
You can see how people could put another people in a canvas,
Yeah.
and you have to stay there for hours just to get the. You can go, Polly, you want. It's the next couple of shots that I did is the credit of the artist, which is, I think it's fair to put it there. Because see how much realism, one of the difficult things you can do in as an artist and a graphic design is Polly, go back a little bit, please.
Amazing.
Is how could you can show
Make things look like a photo, yeah.
like what is called metal thing,
Oh, yes. That's
the
right.
reflection,
Metallic.
thing.
Metallic. Yeah, yeah.
And you see there how magnificent and the artist put it on colors, and
Very beautiful.
it seems like a photo, man, to me.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, it's very good.
Very
good.
Impressed me a lot. Like,
And that's a photo of it. So in real life, it would be.
that's a photo
that's
taken
right.
from the real, like.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
I don't
but
know.
What I'm saying
I
is-
don't know if it's legal or not to take photos there. I don't remember, because I don't recall if they allow you to take photos. And some places they don't allow. I think they're not allowed to use flash.
You're Colombian, it's
You're
alright.
Colombian. You don't give a fuck.
Go forward, Polly. I think the credit there, and okay, this is the proportion. I want to show you. I was talking with Eddie how the right word, but see how big the paints are, the
paintings,
painting are, and how the people compare with the size of that.
Yeah, so there's no people queuing up like Mona Lisa, yeah.
No people queuing up. No people appreciate.
Yeah, that's just bad.
Not many people. That was absolutely empty. Empty. Like 2-3 people the most.
Yeah.
And we could spend easily like a week walking through this museum.
Yeah. Wow.
There is a room with a like every single paint is like massively, and it's a room like I think 18 of this piece of art over there. You get the history of the France battles and all.
Oh wow, okay, One Napoleon or something. Or?
Yeah, many things. France have been through so many things in their history, and they have this room. You can see all the kind of the history things in in paint. You know?
Wow, beautiful.
It's amazing, man. It's just highly. And this one is another one of that example. Simply just to show you how realism could be done with an artist. You know.
Incredible.
I think the another one is the credit you wanna put.
And
up,
this
no?
is
That's it. The credit.
inspiration into photography. Yeah.
Well, this what inspired me in
principles,
somehow.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's light, it's color,
Yeah,
it's
that's right.
composition.
Yeah, the composition.
You know, and
same.
if you're lucky, you can show a moment and feeling and expression and something going on there, and that's a privilege, man.
Oh,
A privilege that we have now. Before, like we mentioned it,
Yeah.
it was just for few people. You know. It's,
Albert, do us a favor. If people want to, if people want to contact you, reach you, find you, how can they do that?
basically, my Instagram. In
Sure.
my Instagram, I have my website as well, so it's easy to
Sure.
go to albert.art, which is art. No, albert.art photography. Simple as that.
Beautiful.
Because what I want to incorporate in my style is that talent that we have as a human to
Sure.
show something more.
Beautiful.
Not just a naked girl. Which everyone will say, "Oh my God, that's
That's
beautiful."
right.
For
Yeah.
No, something more. Not just a guy just sitting there. No, something
Yeah,
more. What is
yeah.
in your soul? What a little bit. So
Sure.
Albert.art
Art photography.
photography.
On Instagram.
Instagram, basically, I have a Facebook there. It's basically my website. This is
Sure.
there. It's easy
Sure.
to
Beautiful.
find there. Just
Good man.
clicking on
Awesome.
it. You have my
Yeah.
job there. Yeah.
And you do workshops and stuff as well. You were
I do,
saying,
man.
so
Yeah,
if
we
people
went to
wanna learn
Colombia.
everything,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
this pandemic thing was there. We will have all organized for that to give my workshop, specialized in fine art.
Yeah.
But the destiny.
Oh well, it's gonna. If it's
didn't
meant to
work
be,
well,
it's meant to be, my friends. I'm
That's
sure
it,
more
that's it.
opportunities will come along,
Yeah.
man. And I just want to say thank you for all your years of helping us out with the clubs and events, and also
Yeah.
myself personally. You've blessed us with a few photo shoots, even as often as a couple of weeks ago. We were working with young Eddie as well, man, just to get him up to
talented,
scratch with
DJ,
look and everything. Yeah, so
producer.
my brother, thank you so much for joining us on
Well,
the podcast, man. It's a huge pleasure.
No, the pleasure is
An
actually
honor.
mine, man, because thank you for having me. But before that, I think as a photography, we have what was called tradition in Colombia.
Tell me,
When you go to visit someone, you always get a present.
Opa,
You know,
Mhm.
you go there, you don't go with empty hands.
beautiful.
It's no.
Yeah.
We call mala educación, but
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know what is not exactly a good translation in English. But we got a present for you.
Oh,
from
thank you,
Albert
man. Oh, is that
Photography.
what that was? I was wondering.
Oh, we show the camera. This is a present
man.
for. Who's the camera? Is that the second camera? Number 2? And your camera? That's the camera? All right. But I give you officially for you. Please open it.
Oh man,
Open it
very
and,
nice
you
of you,
know,
man.
just
Very artistic.
show to the camera. If you
my
want
man.
it, you just, you know, if you don't break it, you don't get more.
Oh really?
Yeah, people say you break it.
Oh man, I
just you
think
get
I
it, yeah.
stuffed up.
I
this,
think you cut it or something. Nothing.
I just cut my nails yesterday.
Okay. You will probably put too tight because I was a little bit
No,
nervous.
no. I
A
think
little
I
bit nervous
stuffed up
today.
on
and
how we.
saying-
Really?
Yeah, I was nervous there. Really. I
Oh
was,
man, you've done really well, hermano.
No, because you know it's even though we know for a long time.
Well,
we
I
haven't
mean-
had the opportunity, really, Rafa.
Hermano, it's you don't know what it's gonna feel like to be in front of the lights and the cameras until you actually do it, you know. And we're not all born, you know, in
Yeah.
front of the cameras.
No, which is weird because look, when we
Who
got
tied this,
married,
man? This is,
we got married with my lovely,
yeah.
which is I take the opportunity while he's opening.
Uh-huh.
To say how much I love her because without her I wouldn't be here.
My man.
All right.
Man, big shout out to her, man. We look for. Oh, I'm liking this already. So 2020, 11, 19 to MC Rafa, Expansion Family from Albert Art Photography. God bless you, brother. We love presents at Expansion, man. This is awesome. Wow.
I knew you would like it, man.
Yes.
Can you show to the camera? Maybe they.
Thank you, man. So we've got,
probably the reflection is not really good, not working
January with some of the photos we took in the recording studio. Ah, my man. This is the shoot we did actually for expansion for the podcast. So that's pretty cool.
Look, this is actually nice
Very
because
good,
it's a sequence
man.
where Rafa reaction. You don't see much his reaction.
No,
Huh?
you know what I like? As I was saying to you before, man.
Natural, man.
Natural.
The
Yeah,
natural. It's
natural.
with Rafa.
Oh, he's the beautiful Tao. Oh, man.
Here
She's
you
going to love that
are.
photo, man.
Hopefully she
And
likes,
on my
man.
birthday month as well, man. And
Give me five. Give me five for that.
Muchas gracias, mi hermano. She is a gift.
Yeah.
So God bless her. Yeah, we love this photo, man. This is
I
amazing.
like this one I show you today because it says in the top, it says, get shit done is one of the things we never do. Okay?
Indeed,
we
man,
always
and
get
that's why I've got it.
excuses.
And that's why I've got it in the studio,
And
man. I look up
very
at that shit and I'm
very
like, all right,
inspired
cool.
on that, man. Very
Love this
inspired.
photo. That's one of the ones we've got in play with the promo and everything. Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
I knew you were
There's
going to
my
have the
chiquita.
wow factor.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Oh, wow.
Remember I said to you, you like it? Do you really like it?
You really like that? Yeah, I
okay,
love
cool.
it, bro. It's at the
Okay,
front of the
cool. I
water
like
shit,
it.
man.
Yeah.
La Tao con la chiquita.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. More expansion. Yeah.
Trying to look serious.
Yeah. And this
Man.
last two are
man.
because we are here. This is
Yes,
what we
man,
call
definitely.
home now.
Yeah, no doubt, brother. Beautiful,
for
man.
few
Sydney.
people, it's just a dream.
Yeah.
For us,
that's
it's
right.
our home.
Yeah, man,
we
definitely.
much
yeah.
appreciate this country because for me and for you,
Man,
they
this
are
is our
having
city,
open
man.
our
This is home.
our
Oh, wow.
doors.
That's a
And,
cool shot too,
and
man.
that one is the last one. Of course, is my
Man,
present
this is
for you.
amazing, man. Thank you so much. Very thoughtful of you, man. This is. I feel very special for this, man. A custom
You
calendar.
are special.
Yeah.
This is my opportunity
So,
to thank you,
gracias,
Rafa,
Albert.
because I admire you.
Thank you,
I'm not
man.
an esquisa. You know me. I've been
No,
working with you. Never go being behind your ass, telling you how good you are.
No.
I think, Polly, can you tell me if it's that true or not? Because I never go to Rafa and say, "Oh, Rafa, you so great, you do."
Nah,
Actually, you gave me the
man, thank
opportunity
you,
not to go to show
Thank
me
you,
your
man.
work, and
Thank
I
you,
was
man.
really
Appreciate it.
frankly, I'm truly, or say like, Rafa, I have to give you my real opinion
Thank
to
you,
this
man.
and that. Remember that you can send me the video.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
And,
no, you do, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, you tell me things the way they are. That's
This
awesome,
opportunity
man.
to
Yeah.
tell you that being really grateful to work with you, one
Thank
of the
you, man.
biggest promoter
Thank you.
in definitely you are in Australia.
God bless you, man. Thank you, my brother.
Kisa. I admire you because not because we hard work, but also because I never heard a bad comment from other people from your lips. You never, I don't know. You keep it in mind that, but I admire you. I don't know if you realize it, but I never go to Rafa and listen. Polly, yeah. He's a fucking monkey. Don't like his job and blah blah blah. Eddie. Just have to live with Eddie because never, man.
Nah.
In this world currently,
Yeah.
all what you hear is whinging, complaining. Everything is wrong. Everything is bad. Never heard from you, man. You always positive, man. Of course, the situation is difficult, but we all think have our opinion. But you never speak bad other people's, especially in their backs.
Thank you, man.
I mean, I don't know the life that you have, opportunity to have in a good or in a bad, have give you so much experience. And I admire you for that. Even
Thank you, man.
couldn't imagine being in the position that you've been. But because of that and for so many things, I congratulate you. I'll use the opportunity to wish you the best with the podcast because this is a good window for people like me and all the guests that have been here to explain themselves. It's a window. It's opportunity to show it is a little bit more.
Thank you,
Every single person. So for that and for many other things, thank you, Rafa.
Gracias, man.
Yeah, thank you, Polly, because I've been great. And
yeah, man. Paulie's a man. Eddie, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you, man. Those are beautiful words, man, and they mean a lot to me from someone like you. And the love and the respect is reciprocal. So thank you for being on the show, man. You've parted with a lot of wisdom, and I hope a lot of people at home can enjoy it. And we look forward to many more, man.
Yeah.
This will be the first time for us to be in the studio together, and there will be many more, my friend.
Guys.
Time up?
No, it hasn't been recording.
Hey, Paul, you mentioned you have a question, but I didn't hear the question actually.
Don't worry about it, man.
Forget
it's
it.
all good, man.
Forget it. The opportunity to be here, I want to say that again. I have to thank my wife. It's opportunity.
Awesome.
It's opportunity because I wouldn't be here, and I want to stress this because
otherwise you're not going home.
Yeah, I was. The door is gonna be closed.
Yeah,
You
God bless
she
her,
has to
man.
believe me.
Nah, God bless her, man. God
No,
bless her.
I have to, because she was the person who was there for me, and still she is there for me.
Good, man.
And we were having
Yeah.
this conversation at the lunchtime,
Yeah.
and you find the right one. I never
Yeah,
wanted to
man.
be married. I don't know, my
Yeah.
exes or whatever,
Yeah.
and the people around me can tell.
Yeah.
I never want to be serious about being with another human being forever,
Sure.
you know.
Mm.
But when you find the person,
The right one.
you must go
Of
for it.
course. Yeah, man. No doubt about it. Yeah.
Especially if you have been living enough to know what you are looking for and what you think is valuable for you in life,
Sure.
coming from of a woman perspective, a partner perspective, whatever
Yeah,
it is,
man.
you know.
No doubt about it.
So yeah, thank you, Lely, my love. Te amo, mi amor.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah, I can say no more. It's too much. for me.
Perfect, man. That's a
Thank
lot
you.
of love, man. That's a lot of love and respect. Albert, muchísimas gracias, mi hermano de corazón. Thank you for being on the show, man. You're the man.
Thank you, my man.
Love your work. Love you as a person as well, man. And love you as a member of my team, man. So, you know, every Saturday we're back at Candy, thank God. Getting back into the club thing, and hopefully many more opportunities to earn a living and hang out and have a good time and take some more photos, man, because you know, you're our go-to clicker, man. You're a go-to shooter, man. So thank
Yeah,
you.
what can I say? Thank you, guys, and
God bless.
I can't stop stressing enough to say we have been doing a hard work these years.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Yeah.
We are gonna have good times.
I'm sure, man. There's
We're
plenty more
gonna
to
have
come.
good
The
ti-
best is yet to
plenty
come.
more.
The best is yet to come,
Plenty
man.
more to
Yeah.
come. I'm just, thrilled to,
Gracias, mi hermano de
to work
corazón.
with you.
My man's
Man,
getting emotional.
Yeah, I get
Beautiful,
emotional.
man.
That's
We
all
love
just,
that, man.
yeah.
We love that, man. I like to see a bit of corazón behind.
Of course, look,
everything, yeah.
I'm a very sensitive person. You can
That's
you can
good, man.
imagine, man.
Nah, thank you, and thank you for the awesome gift, man. We love gifts in the expansion. We've received a few, but this one definitely takes the cake, man.
I have to
Awesome.
show you.
Thank you,
to
thank
your
you,
missus.
man. That's
I think
beautiful.
she's
Ah, she's gonna love it, man.
Yeah, she's gonna
Thank you
love
so
it.
much, guys. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, production team. Paulie, Eddie, God bless. We'll see you guys soon. Muchísimas gracias. Stay tuned for our next episode on Expansion Podcast. Ciao. My man.
My man, I get emotional at the
Oh,
end.
good.
Maybe the whiskey.
Blame it on the whiskey.
My wife.
Expansion.